Oh, look at that. Everything seems to be working this week. What do you know? Thank you for tuning in. It is 4:20 here on the West Coast, so I am lighting them because, well, I got them. If it is 4:20 for you or if it already was, shit, light them up because we doing it too. Thank you very much for being here. I am Craig Hex. This is Expert Joints Live, and I am at Pot TV, the Cannabis Culture Studios, 307 West Hastings here in the Vancouver. Going to be a good show. Looking forward to this episode quite a bit here. It has been a long time coming, but we'll get to that in just a minute. Thank you for watching last week. We had Clint, Aaron, and Tina from MMJ Canada. They were here. We smoked a bunch of weed. It was really good. Actually, all the weed was really good. I smoked on some of the show leave-ins afterwards through the week, and I got to say, props, man. It was all pretty hairy. No doubt. This week, we've got Dave from Motacan Compassion Society in the house here. Get to him in just a minute. You want to go ahead and just mute that down there. We got these guys going on in the house. Yes, so Motacan will be here. Also, we're going to be taking a chat with Jodie Emery about the good old veterans fundraiser we've been talking about most of the week on social media, happening tomorrow at 2819 Shaughnessy Street there in Port Coquitlam. So we hope you will be there for that, and we'll talk more about it through the show as we go. What else we got? We'll be at Port Coquitlam. Oh, D420K's here for Ask an Expert. That's enough of me. You know more. You'll want to know more about him, from him, all that stuff. We're going to talk to Smiling Buddah and take a look at some video finally from the event last month, September 30th in Victoria. The Canadians for Cannabis, for post-traumatic stress orders and Wounded Warriors and fundraisers for our veterans. It was a really good time. Been waiting to get that video out. Super cool. It's all November, and we've got Remembrance Day coming, plus our event happening, so we're all going to be talking about that. Videos, shouts to Cannabis Life Network for putting something cool together, and more news from them and about them coming as well. So hopefully we'll get the squad in the house. Shout to Thompson, Caribou for a minute. And as I said, yes, Smiling Buddah talking about their initiative they got going on right now. If you're a Canadian military veteran and you are in need of cannabis, get a hold of Smiling Buddah Inc. and you can get some for free. Between November 1st and November 10th, please reach out to Smiling Buddah Inc. or Thompson Caribou, Potent Industries, Glacial Gold, Noble Extracts, even myself. If you're a military veteran and you want some free cannabis, this is a hell of a thing. So we're going to be talking about that later on as well, too. Man, so much to talk about, so much more news, updates. Big week. Been a lot going on. I don't think this is going to be a short show, let's put it that way. Y'all better bring a snack. If not, we got snacks too, because this week is chronic cooking on top of Ask an Expert. You guys, it's funny because when chronic cooking, you eat it and then it makes you hungrier because you're higher. It's so counterproductive, but I like it. It's a fun segment. In the chat room this week, I'm seeing Robert Haig, Kevin Orslack, Archer 420, Calix Union, Tice Anderson, S. Oak, Buzz TX, J Afro, the Weed Hound. That's the cousin of the Weed King and the Weed Queen or something? Tice Anderson. I think I shouted you out. Man, tons of people. Pot TV is already in there. Hey, wait, that was me. Matty Mo, Peter S, Ryan J. Hey, everybody, what's going on? Wild Dragon. And, of course, Isabel S. Hey, girlfriend, how are you? Bong Rip. Uh-oh. Does that mean we got D420K in the house, or is that just because I said his name? People just start yelling "bong rip" in the chat. I love it. That's cool as fuck. Also in the Facebook chat. Now this is where it gets difficult to have to watch and monitor all at the same time. My kingdom for an engineering team. I tell you what. I got people from all over the world. Okay. Hi. Okay, so time to smoke some more weed and time to roll up some weed, because this week we've got weed from Motacan Compassion Society, several different varieties to choose from. If you're the age of 19, you have permission from your medical provider. Check them out online at MotacanCompassionSociety.com and at Motacan_compassion on Instagram if you're over the age of 19 and have permission from your medical provider. And, of course, you choose to do so. We've got the what are we going with first here? We got the blueberry, we got the purple chemo, We've got the Super Kush and the Hawaiian Snow. Whoa. Whoa, man.
Yeah, that's from the rarest Cannabis. He does some ridiculous stuff.
Uh-oh. Oh, you sort of heard a little voice there mumbling in the background. We'll flip the camera in a second. As soon as I roll this up, I'll make the proper introduction. You'll also need to sit a little closer to the mic next time. But okay. They say... Oh, I love this part. Let's see how they did this week, shall we? But let me put it in the bud cam. Why not? Right in the bud cam first. So you can see this and hear my sultry voice. Nice. Right in the bud cam this week, brought to you by Motacan Compassion Society. Check them out in store. Just check them out online. Motacancompassion.com and Motacan_compassion on the Instagrams. There it is, looking good. Let's get the graphic out of the way now. Oh my.
Nice.
Purdy. They say, blueberry, they say, I can't say it. Blueberry is a true A-list cannabis strain. Blueberry's legendary status soared to the new heights after claiming the High Times Cannabis Cup 2000 for Best Indica. The long history of this strain is traced back to the late 70s when American breeder DJ Short was working with a variety of exotic landrace strains. However, throughout the decades of blueberries cultivation, the genetics have been passed around due in large part to DJ Short working with multiple seed banks and breeders. The sweet flavor of fresh blueberries combined with relaxing effects to produce a long-lasting sense of euphoria. Many medical patients appreciate blueberry for its ability to suppress pain and relieve stress, while connoisseurs and growers admire the strain for its colorful hues and high THC content. We're going to see. But that graphic and that bud, obviously brought to you by Motacan Compassion Society, looks like smokables to me. So I'm going to fire up a couple of his little friends here, see how they roll up, because blah, that's what we do. And then while I do that, I can finally introduce this man that you're about to see right down here. Wait, and he's got a friend. Hang on, and he looks familiar. Hang on, wait, what? That's why I have to do the introductions. You see, because if I don't get to the introduction part, then you don't know who nobody is. That's the whole part of it, right? What's up, C-Right? What's up, S.O.? What's up, everybody doing it? What's up, Joe's STG, Milo Cortez, Danielle, Tremblay, all the people in the chat, too. Nice. What it do? Fuck, man, this is a lot to manage now. But I like it. Thanks, everybody who tuned in on Facebook now. This Facebook thing is killing it, yo.
That's awesome. Yeah.
We get millions. Well, I don't get quite as many, but Greg, Cushy, and Al yesterday got 108,000 people watched it live, I think, something like that.
Holy.
Big episode. Yeah. So shouts to everybody who tunes in and watches. It's amazing what happens when you have a table full of weed and a really pretty girl and two funny dudes. Great show, man. I absolutely love it. It's got my favorite show on the network. A lot of people say they like my show, but truthfully, I like From Under the Seed Desk. Anyway, while I roll this up here, introducing first, hang on. First, the brother over in the corner, because maybe he has seen this dude before as I pop up for 1 second here. Let me turn this and we're going to do this a little bit out of order, so turn this off for a second. This guy, click, right. This guy here, Dion. Right above me, except he's right there. You guys have seen Dabber Man on Pot TV a number of times.
Hey guys, what's up?
We met him in Lyft out in Toronto back in the spring, and he's been around back hanging out down in Vancouver here for a while. It's good in the hood. Everything
awesome.
Well?
Yeah, chilling. Very nice.
So you're known for the game Roll Your Rosin, right?
Yeah.
Which is generally you carrying around a book of 100 different kinds of rosin, people rolling just dabs or rolling dice to randomly generate what flavor to sample, right?
Yeah, what they're going to dab on.
Perfect. So did you bring that with you today? Did you bring your rosin kit with you from Toronto?
No. I didn't want to fly with it for risking losing it.
No. But you brought your dice.
Yeah. Dice are here.
You brought dice. So, guess what I brought? I brought 18 different kinds of shit to fucking concentrates to check out. All wild kinds of show leave-ins and leftovers and some award winners. Awesome. There's some award-winning Skunk and Panda in here. There's some award-winning TCC in here. There's all kinds of shit in here, man. Yeah. There's the homie Nukes in here. Oh, some crazy shit from Thompson, Caribou. Some Judges Kit shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So instead of roll your rosin, I guess it's going to be roll your generic random concentrates?
Yeah.
Okay. So special through today's
call.
random episode, Dion's just going to be chilling in the corner, rolling 3 dice to 18 and dabbing whatever he counts out from there. And then anybody who comes on the show, before they can actually do the interview, they have to actually do a dab. So that's why I had to interview him first. So then, now, while we've got all that out of the way, while he starts rolling, you start serving up a dab for this fine gentleman who's been patiently waiting, I can say, as a registered nonprofit society, Motacan strives, and I click that now with all the things on. Yes, Motacan strives to provide the best medical cannabis products at the most compassionate pricing to its eligible members Canada-wide. Motacan seeks to provide education to eligible patients for a wide variety of strains and cannabis products and aims to help members to become more informed about the various cannabis products and treatment options available to them. From Motacan Compassion Society, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Motacan Director Dave Smith to the show.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Hey, brother. How are you, man?
Good, man. It's been a while.
Yeah, we've been trying to get you on for a minute. I need you a little bit louder and a little bit closer.
Perfect. Right there.
That's
Good,
brilliant.
good.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we've been trying to basically, first time we connected was in the spring at the Patients Over Profits party.
Yeah, at TCC. Great event.
At MMJ Canada.
Yep.
And last week we had MMJ Canada on,
Finally,
after the first time they'd been on since that event.
Crazy.
Although I got weed from there one time. And then we're supposed to have TCC, Derrek and the guys theoretically stopped through today.
Right.
Squad coming through. It's all full circle.
Perfect.
All coming up from fruition, man. I love it.
Bunch of good guys.
Bunch of good guys. A whole bunch of good guys, and then this dude. Man, okay, so it's been a while, and then obviously
Pink
you
Kush.
had. Oh, what do you get?
You rolled 15 for a Pink Kush.
Ooh,
Pink Kush by Skunk and Panda.
Skunk
Check.
Panda, some live resin.
Ooh,
Oh,
Skunk,
even better.
Skunk and Panda Extracts live resin. Going down, check them out at the Shatter Shack at the Great Canadian Canna Mall, 1625 Quadra, and also shattershack.ca.
I actually don't think I've tried Skunk Panda before, so this is... Damn, it smells good, too, so it'll be a nice treat. First try.
As long as there's no beard hairs in it, we're good. We're good. No, I'm sure he wears a bib through the whole time. Has a separate mask for it. He's probably got a hairnet and a beard net.
Yeah.
Probably.
That'd be fun to see.
That'd be kind of neat. How do you do that, Scotty? That's cool. Just a big old garbage bag for his beard. Okay, so you rolled the Pink Kush live resin. So now
Nice,
that
here we go.
I've stalled out, killing a bunch of time, taking a bunch of time to get to you, we're just gonna sit there, wait, and let you see what you think of that. Well, I got to admit that I should be rolling this blueberry. Oh, hey, Marijuana Mom. Hey, Joe
Nice.
STG. Hey, Marc Broderick. Marc Broderick. Hey.
Oh, that was definitely a treat, for sure. Nice.
Like that, hey? Yeah. I'm not sure what they won the one entry, one win at the Karma Cup was for. I can't remember the strain, but they are award winners.
Yeah.
And they do it right. So, okay. Dave, thanks for being here, bro.
No problem.
And,
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So let's get right into it, man. So tell us, how did Motacan Compassion Society come about?
I guess we started back in 2015. I was actually in the golf business. Didn't really know too much about the cannabis industry.
But it sure
knew a lot
explains
about
your
cannabis.
score from the 420 golf tournament last couple months ago. Yeah.
I know. I kind of felt bad about that. So it was
Ringer. Anyway,
but I
continue.
did warn them. I did say I'm bringing a team. We're all from the golf industry, so it was a lot of fun. It was a ton of fun.
Let's go. Please continue. So 2015, you left the golf
2015,
industry.
yeah, we left the golf industry. They were doing some changes at where I was, and they didn't want to pay me more money to do a lower position job. And so I actually had a friend who is in the medical grow himself, and approached me about doing some concentrates because me and a friend were doing a little bit of concentrates back then to help out a gentleman with brain cancer. And I guess for the 3 months that we were helping the gentleman, he, everything changed for him. his life became a lot better. Obviously, quality of life. You know, he was on kind of the last end of it, but it made those last 3 months really good for him. We decided that, you know, we should probably start looking at trying to help other people and other ways of doing this. So we got going with the nonprofit, and it all stemmed from there. And yeah, so one thing led to another, and
then you opened up a location in Abbots.
in Aldergrove.
In Aldergrove,
yeah.
Aldergrove,
So
yeah. Whoops, almost.
So we opened up in Aldergrove, had a really good, you know, feedback from the community. You know, a lot of positives. There wasn't one negative actually. And then all of a sudden, bylaw officers, cops, whatnot, outside the door, kind of just looking over us more than anything.
Like to just come and check out to see whether you're medical or
to see what we were doing, because we got, you know, we were trying to keep everything very low key. We didn't want to be out in your face kind of thing. You know, if people knew what we were, they were going to come in and talk to us, right? You know, we had a lot of people approach us and ask questions that didn't know what we were all about, but were totally on board with things once we kind of explained things to them. Then the tickets started to come. I think we ended up with, you know, probably a handful of tickets before they started tagging the landlord.
Oh, so you get a number of tickets, and then all of a sudden they pull let's
so
just go to the landlord and start to threaten them with building seizure and shit.
Absolutely, pulling all those games. And he's been in the community for 15, 20 years, I guess. So we really want any issues. You know, we had a good relationship with him to begin with, so we wanted to continue on a good path.
Yeah.
He asked us to, you know, cease distribution. We did, out of that location.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Hence delivery.
I like the asterisk out of that location.
Got into a little bit of a battle with the township, and we had, you know, Kirk taking care of some of the stuff for us.
Even battling still over the delivery method still?
Just everything in general. We wanted to open back up.
Okay.
You know,
in a new spot or something?
Well, just we wanted to go there. You know,
Right.
we applied for 3 different business applications. They said that, you know, they didn't receive them. They didn't, you know, they didn't want us to do what we were doing. You know, we tried to change that motto, so it was more of a, you know, counseling, education facility. They shut that down instantly. So
the municipality of Aldergrove not so conducive.
No. So, but now.
Then. That was then.
That was that. Now there's a dispensary that's opened up on the main drag, about 200, maybe 300 meters away from where our location is.
Interesting.
So, very interesting.
So maybe it's time to
yes,
open
back
up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, hang on. Before we get into that, hang on. Save that for a minute. Save that. Wait, let's save that to it. Okay. So Motacan medical or 19 plus.
19 plus medical.
19 plus medical. Okay.
Yes.
So
current dispensary card. We'll take if it's got the same motto as us.
right.
Okay.
And also, you know, if you got a doctor who's
Permission
on board.
directly from your doctor, or
Yeah.
you've got your
If you-
ACMA per or whatever the fuck
if
it
you've got
is.
your AMC, whatever, blah blah blah.
Am
that
confirmed
stupid
with some
thing
refer.
is, and then now or MMPR, MMAR. We'll still take all those. So
Cool.
yeah.
Very cool.
Okay.
And so what was the like? How long from when you opened up to basically when they kind of cut you off at the knees? How long was that period?
We got about 12 weeks, I would say.
Jesus, that was quick.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck, man!
Very quick. Very quick.
Wow.
So they obviously knew
And
that that's what they didn't want, and
And you were were you the only shop doing it?
at that point, yeah, we were.
Okay. How much did you end up getting hit for in fines, or how many tickets did you get in total? if I
We
can
got
ask?
total of, I think we got a total of about 14 or 15 tickets. They were about close to $1,000 each, combined, because it was two at a time, so it was $1,000 each time. So we're probably about $8,000 worth of tickets, and then the landlord got 3, I believe, at $1,500 a piece.
Wow.
So over $12,000 in tickets.
I believe that's what it was. So,
in
yeah.
12 weeks. So you're hemorrhaging. I mean, there's a lot of shops that do a lot of business, and the weighing, and especially if you're more established shop, but as a new up and coming shop, and to have this continue in the escalation,
Right.
it kind of really, and by the way, that blueberry is really good. That's understandable where the pressure comes from at that kind of level to think, okay, how do we maybe have to do this differently?
Yeah.
So that makes kind of sense that you had to then go to kind of close the brick and mortar and switch to a delivery service. For all your current customers now, like, that's been a pretty big change to the business model.
Big change. We had to pretty much just abandon the building. All our stuff is still in there.
Like cabinets. And
Yeah, absolutely. We tried to stay open for a little bit, but it just didn't work.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
Yeah.
The landlord's a super nice guy. We didn't want to cause any problems. We agreed that we would stop selling at that point, until we would figure out, what we were going to do further. And
thus far, the
thus
further
far.
hasn't been able to materialize.
No, but with the delivery, we've got a good, solid group of customers that we have, and they're really on board, and they love what we do still, and
It's been
we
working
can
out so
still,
far?
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
beautiful.
We can still provide them with what they need and what they want, and if we don't have something, I'll source it out and get it for them, and we'll deliver right to their door. It's
So it was
plain and simple.
Look,
Is
I was
that-
going to ask. Yeah, is that
across
are you
Canada?
mail order or?
We're going to do mail order across Canada. I'm going to do anything local in where we are. In our local, so Aldergrove in our location, anybody that's in the Langley, Mission, Abbotsford area is free delivery.
Fraser Valley, if you will.
Pretty much, absolutely. Anybody outside of that, I'm going to probably start doing free delivery for anything over 150.
Okay.
So
Okay.
and then we do free delivery mail order Canada wide on anything over 200.
Okay.
Cool,
So,
man.
nice.
And then obviously, if you're a little bit less than that, there's a small fee. for the delivery charge.
Exactly.
Got it.
Typical shipping fees and whatnot, right?
Yeah, right. That's pretty standard, and that's pretty cool, man. That's a solid way to go about it. I mean, patients been, like you say, been fairly happy. I get it. This blueberry is really nice, but that leads me
very nice.
to the thing that the elephant in the room, if you will, the part that I have the problem with, and part of what I have a problem with the licensed producer model is if I can't see it or smell it or taste before I buy it and actually commit to purchasing it, I might not want it.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So it's tough to be in their model where they send you a bag, it's already bagged up. Here you go, that's what you get.
Yep.
I don't know, is that how yours comes too, or do you have, when people show up locally, do they get to be able to pick from a couple things? Or
that's kind of the little bit of a hurdle we've had with new members. The members that we've had, that's why they stick with us, because they knew what we had right
Yeah,
from the
once
get-go.
you know
what
Once
you're
you
getting.
know
what
the
you're getting.
quality of stuff, and they've gone to they've gone to some of the other local places, and they just they won't go back, right? They'll wait that extra
day,
time or
sure.
whatever it is to get what we have to offer.
Well, I mean, that blueberry is really nice, and I get it. It's that whole, well, how do you know what you're going to get until you've had it, and do you want to take the risk or the chance on what you're about to get from who
Absolutely.
you're about to get, right?
It's a little hard.
Yeah,
Like-
my big thing is I've been in the customer service industry with golf for 20-something years, and it's all about providing the best quality product. And for me, if I see something, it's never going to anybody. I'm never even going to advertise it.
Right.
Period. Right. So.
Well, we're off to a good start so far. This blueberry seems quite nice, man. I mean, I'm sure there's been a few issues trying to adjust, and people who've obviously probably picked up some new people in some ways, probably lost a couple people. Some people have probably had some learning curves and shit. It must be a little bit tougher for onboarding new people than it may have been walking people off the street.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely gaining new membership is the toughest. But when we have good quality, product from our growers, and growers like Rarest Cannabis, for sure. He doing the Hawaiian Snow. He's actually hooked us up with a couple other secret samples here that only.
You got secret samples.
Yeah, some good stuff that I didn't even know. He said he gave it to me today.
Nice.
Very sweet.
Pretty cool.
Well,
so we got some Grease Monkey.
Some Grease Monkey.
Yeah, and a little bit of cookies and cream.
Okay, we're gonna check
the cookies
that out.
and cream.
Yeah.
Right now in the You ever had either of those, Dion?
Yeah.
Yeah, both of them?
Cookies and cream.
Nice.
Cookies and cream is nice.
What do you guys think of this blueberry that I've got up here in the bud cam? Pretty tasty, right?
I'm liking that. And it's got a nice little pepperiness to it when I first hit it.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good blueberry. The bag, when you open up the bag, it's just ridiculous.
Lots of nose. Lots of nose.
Just
Lots of nose to
ridiculous.
it.
But yeah, flavorful.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. Once people get to know who you are, then they can trust you and shit, and there's a certain level
Yeah,
to it. I
for
mean,
sure.
I don't ever want to get something that's just going to fucking burn black and taste like shit. And
No.
I'm not saying that it happens for everybody. A lot of people do some good work, and I've seen some products that have come from some of the mail order guys and some people who, and it's been okay.
Yeah.
You know, so there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, shit. I may or may not have known a couple people who have mailed some very good weed across the country. Anyway, while that's going up, because you saw how long it took me to roll up the last one, I'm going to get started on the next one here because, just got to stay ahead of schedule here.
Yeah.
So today we are sampling products from Motacan Compassion Society right here. You see it up there. Boom, shakalaka, them doing it. If you're over the age of 19 and have permission from a medical provider, check them out online at MotacanCompassionSociety.com and Motacan_compassion on Instagram. If you're over the age of 19 and have permission from a medical provider and choose to do so. They say very little about the purple chemo. But one can only be left to assume it's a cross between Purple Kush and UBC Chemo, which Purple Kush is a pure indica strain that emerged from the Oakland area of California as a result of Hindu Kush and Purple Afghani Cross. If you believe them. Some may or may not agree. I don't know. Most people will say, though, its aroma and subtle earthy and sweet overtones, typical of Kush varieties. Blissful, long-lasting euphoria blankets the mind, while physical relaxation rids the body of pain, sleeplessness, and stress. It's always the same fucking shit, just written in different ways. It's awful.
It seriously is the same thing.
So, okay.
It is kind of, yeah.
So then UBC Chemo is 100% pure indica hybrid with unknown genetics that was bred specifically to treat patients going through chemo treatments. This powerful bud offers extremely potent heavy indica effects characterized by high level of pain relief in both mind and body. The high is definitely considered to be a creeper. You'll suddenly be hit with a heavy feeling behind your eyes and in the back of your neck before falling into a complete sedative stupor with potent couch lock and a strong case of the munchies.
See, that's a good
You
write-up.
got the munchies, but you can't get up to get them.
Yeah, apparently. Either that or it's just
That's rough.
either that or it's just like a really purple bag of chemo and they just called it, oh, it's purple chemo. What do you want? Fuck off. I don't fucking know. But anyway, it's in the bud cam now, and it is brought to you again by Motacan Compassion Society today. Boom! Shakalaka. Look at that now.
Nice.
Ooh! Ooh, wee! That looked good. That looks super good. I should have put that up earlier, but now I'm just going to let you guys marinate on that for a second. I'm going to roll that up. Yeah, well, so far, that one looks good too, my friend. Mm-hmm. We're off to the races. So let me see. What else? Yeah, back to it. I guess we've got that. Checking that out. Looking good. Doing good.
Got like 4 more to go.
Yeah, man. Yeah, by all means, keep dabbing away if you
Yeah.
need to, Dion. I haven't seen you dab very much, my man.
You're gonna do that. It's
but
just the
boom.
joints passing around.
Boom, shakalaka. We can multitask here. So now to cover you both up, everybody here gets...
There you go.
Everybody here gets some coverage except for the logos. Okay, I'm going to turn this one off for just a second. Boom. There's the website. So here we go. We've got this up with a wide variety of products, flowers, concentrates, edibles, oils and tinctures, capsules, creams and balms, various different... How many products do you carry, man?
We don't carry a ton of products. The products we carry, we try to carry the best products that we feel work, for the patient. So I think we've probably got a total of maybe 50 altogether.
Well, we're scrolling through the menu right here, seeing a nice little list of flowers, handful of edibles. Oh, man. Good edibles.
Yeah, Moda. We get Moda edibles. They are the best. Some people actually get us mixed
Moda.
up with Moda Green.
And Motacan.
And Motacan, yeah.
Yeah,
Motacan
that mess
actually,
with people.
it's actually a garden. We have a garden. It's called Moda Gardens, and it stemmed from that.
Okay.
So
Well, shouts to you guys. I like medicinal cannabis products. You got a whole range of stuff. About section. Oh yes, so you got your about, obviously, where you guys are established and contact, the usual, how to get a hold of you, all that, of course.
Nice.
But the other one up here is how do you become a member, which to me is, I guess, what you probably have to start with. You
exactly. Just pretty simple.
Even if you're a patient from, say, across the country or whatever, you want to get some products, you still have to sign up for membership, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So how does that work?
We just pretty much want your simple, basic information, right? Your name, make sure it's you with the ID, and a proof that it is you with doctor's notes and things like that. If you're going to send that way, or your dispensary card, obviously with your picture on it and matches the picture on your government ID, and you're good to go.
Nice.
Boom.
Yeah.
So vetted there, you get your note from your doctor, your allotted identification, your prescription for pot.
Yeah. So any new members that do sign up too, we offer $10 credit right off the bat, and then that credit also builds for every dollar that you spend. You actually gain credit, so you can use that at any time or build it up and use it at one shot.
Yeah.
So if you build it up and you got $1,000 and you want to spend $1,000, you spend $1,000. You got $1,000 of free product. So
yeah,
that's
what
that
build it up until
there
like
you go. It's a lot of people like that. We got a couple of
I love that.
couple of our members from the get-go have already had, I think one guy's had probably an ounce or so for free. So
Good.
he's happy, and that's the
awesome.
that's the way we try to do it. Is that's why we're a compassion society. So
Right?
That is
I
pretty
think
good.
there's oh shit, there goes the neighborhood.
oh damn.
Oh, now we're fucked.
Yeah, well, that's what happened to me
No,
beforehand. There, we kind of had met
No.
up and dabbed.
No,
got
hang
me
on.
dabbed out with some kind of
Ladies and gentlemen.
concoction he's got going there.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Well, the one and only. The one and only. Decided to come and get Craig fucked up. Get this back out of here for a second. Yep. Yep. Hang in there, guys. We're working on a quick little adjustment. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
one of the
Al.
stars from Pot TV.
This is awesome.
Oh, God, no. It's going to get sweaty and painful. That's what he's trying to tell me.
Looking at the size of that dab, absolutely.
Oh,
It's definitely
shit
gonna
balls.
be sweaty and
The
painful
dab
for
that's
somebody.
on that right now.
From
Wow.
all the way from under the seed desk and the Temple
I
of
have to
Calyx. Ladies and gentlemen, the gentleman I call Weed Alpedia, one of the smartest dudes I've ever met when it comes to this
Dab.
shit. Al,
Wow.
the alchemist. Brother, what the fuck are you trying to do, son?
I just figured I'd come and get you really fucked up for your show here.
Yeah, he's gonna ruin
So
you.
you're coming to hijack my broadcast, what you telling me?
Yeah.
This normally I would do a drive-by nugging.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Drive-by
but in
nugging.
this case, this is a
Mute.
yeah. I'm just getting you hijacked.
Oh, Jesus. So what
Get that
in my
water
good
ready.
man have you decided to do to me today? What did you? Oh, Jesus. Okay, you explain what you're doing here.
This is a new Temple
Holy.
product called Clarity. It's it's a distillate, and it's fucking strong.
Good luck with that.
Go hard, brother.
Go hard.
All right, here comes the boom again.
Yeah, he's done so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have
I
to.
had one a quarter the size of that, maybe a quarter the size
gonna-
of that.
yeah.
Probably 10
We're gonna
to,
take a
10
little-
to 4, and I'm
take a
still
little break.
feeling pretty damn good from it.
It literally just fused the diffuser.
And
We have officially clogged the diffuser with
Yeah.
solidified
Wow.
distillate.
That's exactly what happened. I was going to say that before my lung decided to fall over the tables. It clogged
on
for a
ya.
second.
Good on you.
I was about that last part, but it fucking jammed for a second. Then I was like, I lost my breath. It was like a scuba diver.
Holy crap.
Oh, now what I do?
he'll clean that with a Q-tip too, and it won't even look like the
Yeah.
Q-tip's clean. The Q-tip
There's gonna be some.
will be
yeah.
a little on there. Yeah.
Jesus.
It
a
was
nice yellow
ridiculous.
to it.
Al the Alchemist.
So what's going on?
Well, chilling, man.
Chilling?
I'm trying to do a show over here. Now you've
I knew
come
that.
and ruined me. I'm gonna.
Now you're just stating the obvious.
So Tice Anderson wanted to know how it was. It was fantastic. Very, very flavorful. I mean, that was a reasonably good size dab.
Yeah.
And you guys, I mean, not massive, but reasonably good size, especially for me anyway. I don't take big dabs. especially now when I got a show to do and cough through. But it was really nice, really flavorful.
That's awesome.
How are people going to be able to, and when we'll be able to get
We're still
feedback?
just fucking around with some ambient terp infusions, not like a real terp infusion, just a different way of introducing things. And yeah, right now, just still kind of playing. So when we're ready, we'll be ready, and you guys will know when we're ready.
Man,
Yeah.
you better be ready. I wasn't quite ready for that, but you will be able to find
No.
some at the Temple of Calyx, which is at Temple of Calyx, and of course,
Well, actually, I can't get into that page.
no.
No, we're for the last few months. Okay, so Temple of Calyx, we're a stoner account. There's no way around it,
Yeah.
right? So
Uh-oh.
when the Instagram account was set up, there was a website. There was an email address that got set up to coincide with the Instagram account, and we don't know the password to get into either.
And you can't reset the.
Or
That same
That's
the said
rough, oh no.
or the said email account. So we're a little bit hooped there.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
a stoner
well, they got
problem.
the website anyway, and at least, hey,
Yeah, so-
class
so-
in
Stoner
session
problem.
666.
So check it out.
Yes.
If when we're ready to
He's the
drop,
boss.
check it out. Class in session 666. Instagram at class in session or www.canadamarket.com.
I was
Okay,
just gonna
yes.
say, I was seeing the chat rooms lighting up.
CANNADA
Yes, yeah,
market.com.
Canada,
Yeah.
Canada Market.
Yeah, it's
okay,
not
with an
just
extra N.
Canada.
So, quick, give us the rundown. This is the second time I've heard about this, but I haven't been able to really dig deep into it. Tell me, please, the Canada
Canada Market is a hub for different producers to go direct to patient.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, shit, that's cool.
Yeah.
So, you basically,
Just got something
a network, a collective. You're Amazon now.
Well, Smiling Buddha's on there.
Shouts to Buddha.
Hercules Genetics.
Amazon.
Who else? I think GrowTerra might be joining us. That's not confirmed. I don't think yet.
What's up, buddy?
Jay from the Lake.
There's a whole bunch of producers there. Just go check it out. And it's kind of a cool format.
All right, CanadaMarket.com with two N's.
Yep.
N's. Canada. Canada Market.
Yeah,
Canada
Market.
Market. Canada Market.
There we go. Canada
CanadaMarket.com. Perfect. I love it.
All right, hey man.
Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for letting me come and fuck up your show and plug this shit.
Appreciate it, man. And shouts to Action Bronson for the
Nice,
dab tool.
Jody.
Hey, yeah. Thanks to Action Bronson and the whole camp
For the custom designed dab rig.
The custom.
Yeah, that's
Fuck
awesome.
you. It's not a fork. Custom dab.
It's not a fork. It's
not a
actually
fork, eh?
machined to be in that from the first place.
Wow.
machined by the machine himself.
Yeah,
That's
exactly. right?
intense. I
That's
thought
pretty
it
cool,
was
man.
a fork.
Yeah, he crafted out a piece of aircraft grade aluminum. It was good.
Yeah, you know.
That's amazing.
With his teeth.
All right, peace out.
All right, man. Make sure you check him out Wednesday, man. Congrats on yesterday's show. 100 and some thousand people watch you guys live. It's amazing. What Pretty
What?
Lady, funny people. 108,000 people watched. 108. 100. I saw
120,000
amazing.
Yeah, so,
That's
yeah.
ridiculous.
Table full of weed, two funny dudes, and a pretty lady. Man.
No, okay, wait.
it's a recipe for success around here. Couple pretty ladies. That's right. Jodie was on there too.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow. So
All right.
catch
Pretty
him
cool.
Wednesday from under the seed desk, classy in session 666.
Thanks for the
and
plug.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the dab. Fact. That's crazy. That's
I
neat.
might be back with a drive-by nugging.
Anytime, man. You're known to carry around some awfully nice nugs, so you want to stop by sometime with some, you feel free.
Just amazing nugs.
Oh,
dude.
man, fuck. Shouts to the temple, man.
Ridiculous.
Shouts to Al.
Yeah.
Honestly, one of the
Those nugs
craziest
are
weed
insane.
dudes I've ever met in my life.
Absolutely insane.
Shy of maybe
All over that.
yeah. I mean, I really like Chad's Lindsay OG is fantastic. Some of the best weed I've smoked, but I still think to this, and there was some really good bud last week, and there's been some great buds on the show. But I think overall the best lineup that I've ever seen come through in all 65 episodes at this point was from the Temple, and it was when Al came. So shouts to the Temple and shouts to Al.
Yeah, fire. Fire.
Um,
Don't ever use that often. Fire.
So there goes the neighborhood. Anyway, right. So I was trying to roll up some weed. Al was here. We were talking about products. Yeah. So So, okay, so what? We are mail order enhanced service. Right. Okay. Yeah. So. Okay. Yes. So handy service.
Yes.
Great way to keep servicing your patients. I'm sure they do appreciate the effort.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of cool too, because every once in a while you get to, sneak inside, have a little puff with the patients. And here's your delivery. I got a little extra for you, and I try to do that too. I always
That's awesome.
try to throw in a little extra for some people that need it, and they really appreciate it. So.
Well, when you go to the efforts to be like, I don't have that strain, but hang on, let me see if I can get it for you, and that kind of stuff, and people really appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's
Yeah,
extra
for
effort,
sure.
man.
Exactly.
And
Absolutely.
that's good service, and that's what gets you through. You look at like good hotels and stuff like that, or even not even the best hotels, but that have good people working behind the counters,
Yeah.
and
People
that
skills.
take care of you, and it makes a difference.
Yeah.
That
Right?
yes policy.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly. We try to really have a relationship with the people that we have
That's
as
cool.
patients and members, and that's kind of how we want to try to move forward and keep it that way.
Well, I think it's a classic sort of thing that I got my weed guy or girl or whatever. I got my weed person.
Yeah.
And when they find a good weed person, you tend to hang on to that person. That's just always how the culture's been.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
That's
So
true.
that's
Let's
cool.
show into that. Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. Well, I'm glad that people are following you, and I appreciate all that.
Yeah, we appreciate everything too.
So back to what I was sort of referencing before. I gotta know if I can. You gonna be opening another physical location again anytime soon?
We plan on it.
And back in the Alder Grove area or something?
No, I think we'll stay away from there. We actually
Kinda
did.
figured.
We settled with them. We settled with the township. We came to an agreement that we're not going to do anything until March 2017. They took us down. They took all our fines away and just made us pay $1,000. They wanted us to pull
Still
all of
wanted
our.
$1,000.
They wanted us to pull all of our decals and everything off the windows.
Okay. Yeah.
Saying that it was advertising distribution, and I said, nope, it is not advertising distribution. It does not say dispensary. It doesn't say anything such. So we're not doing that. And they said, okay, fine. Just give us $1,000. Just don't sell anything for
Holy fuck.
until 2017. Don't advertise in the area that you're going to sell anything. So we don't put Alder Grove on anything anymore.
Wow.
So.
Wow.
God.
Crazy.
So
Awesome.
no, we don't dispense in Alder Grove.
Nah, duly noted. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, can you tell us where it
God.
might be located?
It'll be probably, I would say, either. Let me see. It's gonna be north or east of Alder Grove.
Okay, north or east of Alder Grove. Okay.
Yeah, they're potentially two is what we're.
Ooh. Okay.
Fingers crossed.
Okay.
If everything goes well.
And is there any sort of timeline?
It'll be probably, I would say, hopefully by spring next year.
Okay.
If all goes well. If everything goes even better, one location for sure by Christmas time. Before Christmas.
Okay.
So fingers crossed if everything goes well.
Fingers
The
crossed.
thing is finding the landlord that's on board.
Yeah.
So
It's always the challenge, man.
that's definitely it. We're gonna try to approach it the best way we can and be open, and this is what we do.
There you go.
And
Okay.
find
And the
the
struggle
guy that
continues. We keep the fight, right?
Exactly. Because
Yeah.
really, everybody should have safe, reasonable access to cannabis.
Yep.
And,
Yeah, for sure.
Fully agree, man.
it's-
Oh, I think that's great. I fully support it, man. I appreciate what you're doing. I mean, it's a lot of hard work. And
Yes, it
obviously,
is.
for all the updates, you want to stay tuned to Motacan Compassion Society.com.
.com. Yeah, we're gonna be changing that a little bit too, making an actual e-commerce website.
Oh,
We're on.
Oh, yeah. Are you going to
yeah.
be able to buy from the website?
Yeah, from
soon,
the
or-
actual website. We're on Weedmaps right now with the menu on there, so people can check it out, check out our prices, check out kind of what we have in stock right now. We are going to be adding new products to the list
That's cool.
eventually as we grow, and
Ooh, like this purple chemo. Ooh,
Mhm.
that's nice. It tastes purple. Like it tastes grapey. That's cool. I like
yeah,
it.
it tastes.
That tastes
it does.
purple.
But
It
you
tastes-
open the bag and it definitely has the chemo. It's definitely more
to it,
overpowering
yeah.
with the chemo. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It looks like a chemo, but
Yeah.
it tastes grapey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I could see some purple in there.
It tastes like candy.
Yeah.
That's cool. Bro, that's awesome. Well, and then obviously Motacan _Compassion. So stay tuned for both of those to be able to for more news. And when do you think the online retailing, e-commerce stuff? Might come
well,
online?
we're still doing orders right now. We're just taking them through so people can look on Weed Maps and then shoot us an email, send us what they want, even call us, call me up, right?
There you go.
604-856-0288.
There you go.
Call me or email me at motacancompassion@hotmail.com.
Boom.
And we'll get you what you need.
I love it, man. Yeah. So all this work has to stem from something. Got to start somewhere. It leads me to the beautiful segue that I finally get to cut to after all this time, the whole show. Please tell us. You started somewhere. It has to come from something. So we ask our questions in the favorite four. How and when did you get into weed?
I obviously, grew up in Mission, BC. Moved here from Europe, so wasn't really around cannabis when I was young, but I think about 15 I got into it, and probably went till about 24 recreational, and had to actually stop smoking flowers altogether for health reasons. It actually created more problems than it did help the problems.
Oh no!
Yeah, so I had to take a break, and I actually couldn't because I was having other issues that it helped with. So got into concentrates. Then my mom got really sick a couple times, and they told her that cannabis would probably be a good option. And that was when we said, okay, I'm going to go down that route. I'm going to go down the cannabis route.
That.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Nothing else worked. Nothing else worked. She, she's a trooper. And she got into even just Miss Envy Buddha butter. She used that. That was the very first product she used.
Shouts to Miss Envy.
And she got off of 5 prescription medications for her rheumatoid arthritis. And it changed her world drastically.
That's crazy.
So,
Miss Envy Botanicals, missenvy.ca. Check that shit out, man. The Buddha butter.
Phenomenal.
Shouts to Mike and Taryn. Shouts to Mr. and Mrs. Envy. Check them out. Support them, man. That's what's up, man. Love those guys. Love that product.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Good for your mom.
Definitely.
She's had success with that.
Yeah, for sure. So
who wants to be on 5 fucking pills for rheumatoid arthritis when you can rub some weed cream on it?
It was more than 5.
Well,
she was on probably close to 25 pills a day. Oh, and then she was down to, I think she probably only takes maybe 3 or 4 now. Because we've got her on other products too. Awesome. Liquid Gold Cap. She's on, some of those caps. She's nice. She loves those caps. It's funny to hear her that was very against cannabis when I was younger, saying that if I had anything to do with it, she would call the cops herself and send me to jail. Now that she's the one that calls me up and says, I got my little magic butter stash and all this stuff.
Well, you got your little stash over here, so why don't you throw me one of those while we're smoking on one of these?
Yeah, the Grease Monkey and the cookies and cream.
Which one do you think is the way to go?
Man, like I said, anything that Rarest Cannabis does is just phenomenal.
Looks gnarly, bro.
It's phenomenal.
Hang on, we're going to have to interrupt the favorite four here for a second.
Smell it.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah. Does it have that kind of like yogurt smell almost?
Yep.
Yes.
Like.
That's
the
one.
I really wish I would have wrote down how he explained it today.
God damn!
It was the one thing that stands out. What he told me, he said it was like a cookies and cream orgasm.
Well, somebody came all over it, and it might have been me. Holy fuck, man!
It was, it's ridiculous.
If this shows up at my house, I gotta kiss the person who brings it to me. This had better smoke as good as it looks. I tell you what. Yeah, right. Good goddamn. This is the cookies and cream by Rarest, available at Motacan Compassion Society.
No, we don't have that.
Nope.
Very limited. Very limited.
Nope.
That's personal. That's
personal.
That's for yourself, and I got a little bit for myself. We do have a limited Rarest product, though, that we will have available
Sorry for the
tomorrow. That we are super stoked about, and I was honored that he gave me the opportunity to take this. We got the orange cookies rosin and Trainwreck rosin.
Nice.
So I believe
so good.
We're the only
love it.
people to have that right now, and will be for the next little while. So
killer.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hit us up if you want some.
Yeah, right.
There's not a lot to go around, but there's definitely some to go around for sure. So,
oh my god. Okay.
Yeah. The orange cookies is ridiculous.
Oh,
it is.
Man, well, this shit looks ridiculous. Okay, we did that question. Question number 2.
Number 2.
Your preferred method of ingestion? Are you a dab guy, bomb guy, blunt guy? I mean, you said you switched to concentrate, but like, what do you when you're at home? Yeah,
Concentrates always.
Well, you guys haven't hit hardly fuck all. You
No,
did one
I
dab
know.
each so far on the show here.
Yeah.
So y'all better step the fuck up. I mean, I know I keep handing joints around and shit.
Yeah, it's
Show
the joints. Sorry.
That's what it
Joints.
is. Yeah,
I'm a dabber
definitely.
more than a joint
Well,
smoker.
you feel free. I'll keep. The,
I'll
you know
do
what?
it
Fine.
up.
I'm gonna keep the joints to myself, and you
Sorry,
fucking
buddy.
dabber man and dabber Dave over here can fucking dab away. Fine,
gotta
fuck
do
you,
it,
give
I
my
gotta
joint
do
back.
it.
You
And he said
bastard.
orange cookies, and like I went out and bought myself some orange cookies and
Oh,
made
damn.
those. So we gotta hit that now
Gotta hit
too.
that one. So, nice. All right, killer. Well, you guys fire that up. Well, take another hit of that joint, man, because that purple chemo is no joke, man.
I like
So
that.
both of these have been really good so far. But yes, I'm gonna put this son bitch in the fucking deal here, right there in Old Faithful. Shouts to Old Faithful. She put in her
Clouds
time.
at you guys.
Put in our time together. Coming up on a decade strong. Still going. Takes a little fucking work though to get her started every
I would have
morning.
lost it by now.
Oh man, it takes some work to get started in the morning. Oh. Yeah, we're probably. Yours 15 away still. 15. Okay, all right, go pay for park. Jodie Emery's coming up soon, guys. Got the boss on standby. You can wait for a little while. Just wait for a little while, okay?
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Yeah, all right, don't get no tickets.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Oh yeah.
Wait, did you get a car?
No, I rented it. So I could go to Coco tomorrow for a
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
See, nice plug.
Way to go.
I'm
Way to
getting
go.
these guys whipped into shape here. Okay.
Nice.
Wow. So
That's awesome.
then the question 3. How much do you smoke? Are you an all day, every day, a once in a while,
Yeah,
a dab at the morning,
I,
dab at night?
It is actually medical for me. You know, I do take it for medical reasons. So I would say concentrates on a day is on a good day. If things are good, it's a gram. If things are bad, it's a couple for sure. Maybe maybe upwards of 3. And bath bombs and things like that. So
I want to get into those.
it's the bath bombs.
Yeah.
Dude, Miss Envy bath bombs smell so good. Like I sound like a girl saying that stuff, right? I'm like, ooh, a bath bomb. But seriously,
There's only
they-
guys here, so let's talk about this.
it's
bath
ridiculous.
bombs.
It really is. Like it's
All right.
between those, those and concentrates.
Nice.
It's kept me out of hospital the last 3 years for sure. So
That's amazing, man. Well, again, shouts to the Envy crew, man. Mr. and Mrs. Envy are good people, man.
Oh, they
I
are,
know what
for
they do,
sure.
man. So,
Yeah.
good products,
Yeah.
man. That's great to hear testimonials like that. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. Actually, we've got some Miss Envy products in today's Chronic Cooking segment.
the
So it's
the oil, the olive oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
nice, okay.
I like to
Yeah.
cook with that too. When I first got it, I didn't last probably too much longer than half an hour after dinner because I would end up putting a little too much in. And, it was quite interesting for a while.
I made a really big batch because the
it's
fucking-
good. It's good.
Yeah, I made a big batch. So, and I dumped the whole bottle in, because,
Oh yeah, why not? Absolutely.
do it.
I
'Cause
make
you
my
got it.
cookies
We
strong
medicate.
too. Right. So anyway, that's it. This is your last tokes of this joint. You guys get none. Ha 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 ha. You get none of the cookies and cream now. You just have to have your orange cookies dabbed. So we'll have our cookie off.
Cookie
We'll have our bake. We'll have our bake off. We'll have our head-to-head cookie taste test and see whose cookies win.
The cookies go at it.
Cookies go at it. The cookie battle continues. Man, looking forward to it. Refereed by the Keebler Elf.
Cookie
Mr.
Monster's
Christie
watching
in
from the
one
corner.
Mr. Christie. Man. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And then, of course, shouts to Mr. Cookie, because how can you not throw in a shout to Mr. Cookie at that point? Okay, so, right. Dude, I love it. Last question then. Out of all the different strains that you smoked and all the weeds you've had in your life and everything that's gone along your way, you've got to look back and there's got to be at least one bag that
one
stands
that got
out
away.
over
Absolutely.
all.
Oh yeah, it does. It
Totka.
does. And I still to this day have not found anything like it.
Well, tell us the one
I'd,
that got away.
I had a good buddy who used to grow, back in the early 2000s, and he did a little crop of Hindu Kush, and it was the most ridiculous strain of Hindu Kush I've ever tasted. It was like rolling up a pure finger hash joint, and the smell was just it was beyond belief. And to this day, I've tried a couple different Hindu Kushes, and not anything has been close to it. I really wish we could get something like that these days and turn it into a concentrate or something like that, because
Man,
it was bomb for sure.
Love it. Well, man, I really appreciate you coming through, man. I appreciate everything you've done and all the effort that you got to do. It takes a lot of work to make that happen and to adjust on the schedule and how it's going to. Dave Smith, appreciate you finally, man. We've been trying to make this work for a while. They was trying to find the right time to do it, and then it was the wrong time for a while. And now I'm glad it's finally a good time to do it.
For sure.
So when you got more news, now you can come back anytime now.
For sure, man.
That's how we got open door policy here.
Yeah,
So
really appreciate you having me and getting that word out there and whatnot.
Oh man, I appreciate the. Oh man,
Right?
Oh wow,
I know.
Jeez,
go follow Rarest Cannabis on
right.
Instagram and Canadian Cannabis on Instagram. He's just phenomenal.
I almost got
Cookies and
lightheaded
cream.
there for a second. What the fuck?
So
was that?
good.
Woo.
It is.
Okay. Motacan Compassion Society. Check them out. MotacanCompassionSociety.com @Motacan_compassion. Dave, thank you very much for being here. Of course, if you're over the age of 19 and choose to do so and your medical provider says it's okay, man, I think you'll be quite pleased to go down the same route that I did. Okay, well, no, too bad. On to the next segment. Anything, shouts, plugs before we go? Dave, you good?
Just shout out to everybody that's stuck with us, everybody that's helped us out throughout the times. Obviously, everybody, the producers and everything that supply these amazing meds for the patients that we have, and all these companies that do things for PTSD and everything else that's out there these days. It's amazing to see.
Thank you very much, man. Amazing products, amazing people. Oh, man, my face is... Oh, Lord. I need trouble. I think I need some help. What do? I know. I'll ask an expert. You got a question making your brain hurt. We'll get the answer on Ask an Expert.
D420K here. How you doing? I'm here with my buddy Craig for Ask an Expert, and he's got me on his show for to answer a couple of questions. One of my most frequent asked questions is, how do you get your dry sift so clean? And so, like, instead of caking out and that sort of stuff, keeping it nice and sandy and pliable without the caking out, just that turning into a ball of hash. Well, I'll tell you. It's all in the curing process. It's the hugest part of it. I was talking with a few people. A Cuban grower was one of them. Bubble Man, Johnny B. The Cuban grower was one of the ones I asked the most, because he seemed to have this, he could go from one place on the continent to the other with this fucking hash, and it wouldn't cake out. It wouldn't just like stick together and just stay together. It would stay nice and sandy when you move the jar around, and it was proper fucking hash, but it was also pure. So I've never really had it where it'd stay that pure and not stick together, because you can put that onto a card where you scrape it into a pile, and then you can put that plate and you put it on its side, and I've shown that in my videos. The thing just stays in a pile and just hangs there. It just stays, because it's all resin heads, the wax membrane, the fat lipids in it are keeping that together, because it's not quite cured properly. It's like a pile of grapes instead of raisins. Now you take your grapes and you cure them up all nice and ripe, and then you take one of these little bad boys, these little microscopes, and you look through it at your buds, at your sift, and you see what your resin heads look like. If they look like, a little bit of orange peel pocking, the
paint, how it's
the peel, it's sort of concaved instead of convexed, right? Now with that, instead of it being like the resin heads like this, all around it is just little dimples, because that wax membrane and fat lipids that keeping the THC in are cured up and are almost like a leather-like substance, like a raisin and it turned it from a grape. And that is where you keep your, it takes 2 or 3 months of curing your weed before you actually sift it and everything in proper drying conditions. But it's really worth it, because, caking out, I got no problem with any of it caking out. I'll smoke all of it, no problem. Or I'll fucking rosin it or something like that. Like, it's not a wasted product to me. There's a lot of people that are really on the caking out thing and all that. And, this year I made this batch of rosin just to see, well, to smoke, of course, but to see how long I leave it out at room temperature, how long it takes me to smoke it and everything, and how long it just stays fucking beautiful, shiny fucking rosin. Like, no caking out in this. This thing's been out for at least 3 days, 4 days. No cooling process, no nothing. And seeing as how I got it out, I might as well do a quick bong rip. That's what I'm known for.
Bong rip.
So we'll do the bong rip.
That shit looks stable as all get out, everybody.
Yep. Now, another question is how I get my gear so pure, so clean. Well, there's a tech secret that Skunkman Sam has, that Bubbleman knows, and a few other guys, but it's a bit of a secret right now due to patents and stuff like that, I believe. Otherwise, they would share it with us. But the tech tip that I have, that I make mine so pure, is I use the parchment paper in the DVD case, or a paperback novel, like this, just wrap the parchment paper around it. Check out my YouTube channel, D420K. I've got all kinds of instructional videos on there on how I do it. And once you've cleaned it up to a process, and I haven't done this on any of my videos yet, but I will coming up. Once I've made that initial pile of fucking unbelievable fire resin that turns into liquid as soon as I put it to heat, I'll take that and I'll use that pile and I'll clean it once again with the parchment paper trick. And what that'll do is it'll take the undersized resin heads that aren't quite developed properly yet, that are not proper, and they're going through, they're being pushed through the screen as you're doing it, but you're keeping the best heads. And then you're getting your 99.99% resin heads that, I tell you, I'll put it up against anything at all. Fucking giver. So, I don't know. Maybe that helps you out. Maybe it don't, but I think it will. This is a pretty nicely rolled joint too, by the way.
We like to think that they're well put together. Thanks for the advice, D.
You bet.
Make sure you check out the man, D420K. I'm over here doing it. Thanks for him for being on Ask an Expert, Expert Choice Live.
Peace.
Oh, man. That was good. Shouts to D420K for doing it. Appreciate that, homie. Thank you very much for being a part of it. And thanks to @TheFamCanada for asking the question. So, lunchtime. I like that one. That one's kind of funny to me. Okay, so here we go. What's in front of me today? I got it. I got it right this time. This worked out pretty good.
Nice.
I finally did it and didn't forget about it in a second. Boom! I got some pasta salad in the house today. I think I talked about it previous. Anyway, because I need on chronic cooking, something infused with something. So this particular time, I went ahead and made the pasta salad. So, because you can infuse it with olive oil, and in this particular case, I infused it with Bing, Miss Envy's the aforementioned honest olive oil, 125
Yes.
milliliters, 500 milligrams. It's a solid bottle of oil. So, wicked easy recipe, right? So, get a bunch of ingredients, boil some pasta, and then chop up some vegetables, and then mix them all together. Pour some of the oil and the vinegar on it with the seasonings. Stir it all. Boom. Done. Pasta. Boom. Crazy, right? Super simple. Eating
That's
it right
awesome.
now. The consensus from the room. Going to add a guest cam here just to get one of those. Let me see if we got... Oh, that's the wrong one. Whoa, that's not. Too many me's. Not enough you guys. How about that? That's better. Consensus on the pasta salad cam, guys? Yeah, pasta salad.
There you
Loving
go.
it.
How about that?
Love it.
Wow.
That's how good it is.
Wow.
It was like here, and we're just like destroying into it.
It's gone.
Right.
It's pretty good. Hence why it's gone.
Pasta salad cam. So, you wanted a recipe. We're going to give you a recipe. Bam, right there. Yeah. Well, you guys check that out. That's potent pasta salad. Spiral pasta, some broccoli, some cauliflower, cucumber, yellow and red peppers, pepperoni, mozzarella cheese, black olives, parsley, Parmesan cheese, a little garlic, some honest olive oil from the aforementioned and one of the folks at Miss Envy, as well as some red wine vinegar, a little salt and pepper, Italian seasonings. Bring a large pot of water to boil. Place pasta in the pot, cook as directed till al dente, and drain. Transfer to a bowl, cover, chill for an hour in the refrigerator. Toss all the pasta with all the everything else, basically everything else. Stir all that shit up. Chill and refrigerate. Best if it's overnight, but it's all good. And it makes about enough to feed fucking everybody, everywhere, ever. I got a phone call. You forgot the pasta salad in the fridge. I said, no, I didn't. That's just the half of it that I couldn't carry. I handed it out to 1, 2, 3, 4 of us in the room. I got 3 bowls left. I got enough to feed about 14 people out of that recipe. No problem.
That's pretty sweet.
So
good.
Delicious. Glad the guys like it. I hope you guys like it. That's that's good. I like it. I'm gonna hand some more out in the chat. Wait, I'm gonna see who shows up here, and if not, I'm just gonna give it to the staff. I got a couple bowls on standby.
Nice.
Ready to go? Gotta love it. I'll save that for later so you guys don't hear me chewing through the show, but try it, make it. That's chronic cooking. Simple, right? Boom. Easy. Okay, next. Next, we have to roll up some more of the marijuanas from Motacan Compassion Society. What am I looking at here? Yes. Which one was next on the list? I got it written down here somewhere. Super Kush. That's what we're going to smoke. The Super Kush. I don't know. We'll see. Let's put it in the chat. Let's put it in the bud cam, shall we? Oh, it looks pretty super.
It's good.
But is it super duper? There's a question. Well, regardless, it's brought to you by Motacan Compassion Society. If you're over the age of 19, check them out. MotacanCompassionSociety.com and at Motacan_Compassion on Instagram. Of course, we've got medical provider permission, of course, as well, too. Oh, so good looking. What's this? The side of it. There's the rest of it. Oh, man. I should just do the whole show just like
That's
this.
a nice shot.
Just shouldn't even be on the show anymore. Just this. They say. When you're looking to wind down and relax, Super Kush is there to lend a hand. Daughter of Northern Lights No. 5 and Hindu Kush, Super Kush is a very clear-headed indica. This strain is best for users who would like to ease stress without being stuck on the couch. An all-around easy strain for beginning cannabis users. Super Kush is both mild in effects and easy to grow. I don't know. Is there such thing as beginner cannabis? I mean, now we've got fucking medical, we've got recreational, we have athletic.
That's interesting.
We have anything. Now we have beginner cannabis.
Might have a new market for something there.
Oh, some entry-level Kush.
Entry-level Kush.
It's the ELK. Watch, it'll be fucking somebody marketing that. Available soon at the Great Canadian Canna Mall in Victoria. And at MotacanCompassionSociety.com.
That's awesome.
Man, Actually, honestly, yeah, probably in a bag of roll your resin real time soon. Shit, I can do this shit all day. It looks
so
good.
awesome.
I'm gonna get back to you guys here for a minute. So, wow, that's coming from Motacan. That looks really nice. Get that logo off for a second. About a month ago, I'm gonna click to this one for a second. Click to me. Click to these guys. Click to this. I'll do it this way. Haha.
Nice.
So about a month ago, bing, I got to hang out with the Smiling Buddah crew and Cannabis Life Network in Victoria for their fundraiser at the Green Ceiling at the 1625 Quadra Street Great Canadian Cannibal. And we raised a bunch of money for military veterans suffering from post-traumatic stress injuries and issues. And it was a really good time. We raised a bunch of money, and it was a great way to create some awareness as to how cannabis can help those who otherwise are, forced to take pills that can obviously go terribly wrong. And we've seen high suicide rates amongst military veterans, and it's an awful situation. So Smiling Buddah and Potent Industry and and Glacier Gold and Thompson Caribou and Noble Extracts and more and Cannabis Culture are from November 1st to 10th working to give away free products to military veterans, as we've been talking through more before. So this video was kind of the start of that. We're doing an event, as Jodie mentioned, as we've mentioned through social media, tomorrow at our Cannabis Culture in Port Coquitlam location. And then, of course, they're running their event through November 10th as well. So it's November. It's a time to be aware of what's going on and the sacrifices that those people have made so we can do things like this. Anyway, so on that note, we did this, and this will give you a little bit more of an insight to what happened. I want to say thanks to the guys from Cannabis Life Network for putting this video together. Worked really hard to make it happen at the last minute and threw it in the show. It's amazing what happens when people want to get together and help out for a cause, right? So thanks very much. And this is the look at the fundraiser they had at Great Canadian Cannibal, brought to you by Smiling Buddah, Thompson Caribou Concentrates, Potent Industries, Canada Events, Green Ceiling. I was there too. This is the video. Check it out.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Craig X, aka the expert of expert joints, and I'm here for Cannabis Life Network at the Green Ceiling, which is oddly enough brown, here in Victoria at the Great Canadian Cannibal, 1625 Quadra, for the Cannabis for Veterans fundraiser, brought to you by Smiling Buddah, Thompson Caribou, and a whole lot more. We got a charity poker game going down. We've got live in-house tattooing going on, a TCC syrup bar, the dab bar, plenty of joints. If I'm here, there's gonna be plenty of weed smoking on. Cody Van Gogh's in the house, rolling creative joints. It's a fantastic event. We've got all kinds of products. We've got all kinds of cannagars. We've got all kinds of fun in store. It is gonna be a fantastic event. We're gonna raise a lot of money for Canadian veterans from the military services who need the help of the herbs. That's what we're here for. Toke up, tune in, and stay tuned.
We're having this amazing event. The house is packed. It looks like we're going to have a really fun night and raise some amazing funds for this great cause. Scotty Skunkbeard is actually going to go get a tattoo, and apparently he wants me to hold his place at the table.
Yeah, she's going to hold it down while I get skunk tattooed.
I'm the worst at poker. I will literally lose all your chips.
I feel like whoever wins, I should get to decide the tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
It's something that we all really need to raise awareness about is PTSD and all the issues that vets have. So, I think we're off to a good start. Somebody has to do something, so we decided to step up and, call out all the other Canadian companies that are involved with cannabis to help us and join in our mission to help Canadian vets through November 1st to 10th.
I see nothing but a bunch of happy people enjoying a great evening, all for an even better cause.
Going to support our Canadian veterans, a close matter to your heart. Shouts to your homeboy Damian.
Shout out to Damian and his family. We're excited to be able to do this to try to give back to as many people as we can.
Always putting patience over profits, and I've been putting coverage over poker. As you see, I'm not doing too well over here. Our military vets have come back and forced a whole bunch of drugs
pharmaceuticals that put them in a bad state, and we found so many people who've had much better success with cannabis.
Everything that we did tonight was for the vets and the men and women that gave us this country that we have choices in. It's not all about us, and we figured we should give back to them first.
All the funds here tonight are going to be going toward the Wounded Warrior and the PTSD Association of Canada. So
2 very worthwhile causes.
Okay, dokie. So where was the how was the here? Wait, this one. Right. So actually, now you see down in the guest room there. See about getting this back to her. Hang on. How do we do this now? We're a little tangled. There we go. Here, coming. This way. This way. In the middle, between these two fine gentlemen, anybody who's watching this on Pod TV or Cannabis Culture should know a very familiar face by now.
Maybe.
From the Cannabis Culture herself, it is Jodie Emery, ladies and gentlemen. How are you, girlfriend?
I'm good. How about you?
We are kind of a little stoned.
Kind of stoned?
And nicely satisfied off our pasta salad.
Nice. See, it is infused, eh? So that's some real, like, I had some Rasta pasta, and that looks like it's got all the colors there going on. So that's nice.
It's got all the taste of the rainbow.
Good. That's why I can't have it, though. I don't do the edibles. I don't know how they affect me, but, you know, the flowers, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, you were in Jamaica just a couple of days ago, weren't you?
Yes, was it? I guess it was a couple of days. From Sunday to Sunday, I got a week off with Marc. We decided we needed desperately to not work for a week because it's been 12 years. So we decided finally to go away for the first time ever. Well, we couldn't afford it time-wise or financially before, so this is like we needed it just to get kind of recharged and come back. And
yeah, and conjugal visits don't really count
they
as honeymoons.
They don't even exist federally. So there you go. You know, I'm just saying it's been a long 12 years that we've been through a lot of hell. So, yeah, right. But you know, it was great down there. I gotta say, we got some Jamaican flowers because they're beautiful. You just ask and you can get it easily. And the thing is, like, it's so good, but it looks like shit. And it's got seeds, and it fails all of the standards you'd expect from any Canadian or American weed. But it's just as good or maybe even better because it's so authentic and real, and it's not been too messed with in any way. Although, I mean, I love a beautiful looking bud too. So, you know,
yeah, but it's the end result when it comes down to it. What gets you the highest, right?
It's funny though, because we all fall victim to appearances, really. I mean, I'll never forget when I was in Chile with Marc, and Paul Stanford was down there, and he's an American activist for hemp and medical marijuana, and he's actually the legal designated grower for Willie Nelson, and he brought down a big bag of outdoor Oregon marijuana that looked so shitty and swaggy, and I thought it was just like hay off a farm, you know, it looked so bad. But again, kicked our ass. It was really good. Well, so, but even if I'm at my own dispensary and I'm doing my own shopping, because I buy it from our own stores, but I'm looking at them and considering which one I want to get, and I always go for the better looking bud, even though when it comes down to it again,
it's the nose. You got to go on the nose. The nose tells you everything. It will tell you if it's clean enough, if it's chemi, if it's how it's going to burn. The nose will everything. So yes. So as Dabberman is here today, you have to be roll. You didn't roll. She just gave her a dab.
I gave her orange cookies.
Oh, this is an orange cookie. Okay, that's cool. Well, before your interview goes, then you're gonna have to roll. You have to roll.
Wow, that's nice. Do you know the analogy about the pot and how it doesn't look good? It's just like strawberries. You get that big, juicy looking fake one at the grocery store, and it's empty inside. There's no soul, there's no juice. But you get like a nice little runt berry off your backyard garden, and it's like the size of your thumb, and it's kind of twisted and weird, and it's delicious.
Some of those crazy weeds some of that gnarly landrace shit that Alpedia there brings in and shit like that, you look at it and visually, I mean, some of it, especially from a distance and stuff, is not always the most visually appealing, or hasn't been trimmed right, you know, that kind of stuff. And it is, and then when you pick your ass up off the floor about 10 minutes later, and that goes back to something else you touched on. There is a country song out there, and I believe it goes, I'll never smoke weed with Willie again. So I think we found out why from
It's
Jodie Emery.
good.
So have you smoked actually with Willie himself?
No, I haven't even met the man.
No?
No,
Oh, wow,
no.
that's cool.
I think he was in Vancouver once, and maybe back in like 2005 or 6. I think he was here, but I don't remember. So no, unless I did meet him and I just don't remember.
Oh.
And that's actually happened before. I forgot I like spoke on stage with big name people. I'm like, holy smokes, I met you. You know, it happens.
Yeah.
Busy life.
It
What can
gets
I
a
say?
blur, man. It gets a blur.
And I'm a stoner.
But
so.
we take a minute to look back, and sort of this week we're doing a little bit of a look back. I mean, we're having fun here, of course, but you know, there's
Is
a
it
lot of
also
people.
Throwback Thursday on Instagram
Yeah.
and stuff? That's something like that. Am I hip now that I
right.
know that?
Yeah.
That's what TBT stands for. Wow.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Wait, it doesn't mean truth be told.
No.
Told Thursday.
Oh wait, can it mean that too?
Oh,
Hang on,
man.
wait, no,
Or
I'm
tote
confu-
big trees, or it could be anything.
Friday, tomorrow, Remembrance Day is around the corner, and to further support the efforts of Smiling Buddah, TCC, Potent Industry, Glacier Gold, Noble Extracts, we're holding the event tomorrow as well. That kind of we're just sort of, I don't know, not doing in partnership, but we're just doing because we wanted to
We
do
want
it
to do
anyway.
more. We're
Yeah, right?
finally like 6 months into having cannabis shops. We can finally start, doing more other than building out. Though we're still building out. Trust me, we're busier than ever.
Yeah.
But really, we need to demonstrate
for
how
sure.
to give back. And for me, I find it always interesting to give to causes that maybe. I don't want to say they don't line up with me because personally I hate war. I think war is wrong. I think soldiers are misused and abused by a military-industrial complex and blah, blah, blah. I could go on and on. But the point is these are human beings who are suffering and in pain and who have paid a serious price and really believed in something. And even if they still believe in it or whatever, but they are hurting. And for me, it's like war is so destructive and the military causes a lot of destruction. So because our tax dollars are used to do that, we have to somehow, I feel like, correct that or undo that harm in any way that we can. And we can't really, because we can't stop wars and we can't stop all the big bad things that are going on out there, but we can do stuff on the ground. Like right on the ground, front line, right?
Right, and we're going to do something tomorrow at 2819 Shaughnessy Street in Port Coquitlam in a small little give back, in a tiny little gesture, in inconsequential, but at least we're bringing it together to put something forward, to try and put some money in the right hands for the right people. All proceeds tomorrow at 2819 Shaughnessy Street in Port Coquitlam will go to Wounded Warriors Canada in support of veterans, most of which, or I think with the intent of, I don't think they
Veterans
just
and their families and
yeah,
their health care.
I don't think there's one specific care or whatever, but obviously some of the event has focused on post-traumatic stress issues as well too, and I know they have a big division or side of that, so it's something they focus on quite a lot. Hi. So that's kind of what they did in Victoria, and that's what we're sort of looking at. So that's our intent, to try and help out vets with post-traumatic stress issues.
And I'll give a little plug for, I'm not wearing it right now, but when I went to a Women Grow event here in Vancouver at one time, that one of the speakers was a woman, and I forget her name, but she created a jewelry company, and it's called Brass and Unity, and it's beaded bracelets and necklaces, like hard beads, metal beads, with shell casings, like from a bullet shell, like with an empty kind of the gold thing. But this soldier herself uses medical marijuana. That's why she was speaking at Women Grow. And she said that it was very difficult for a lot of veterans to be able to come forward with that, and that she's still fighting, and it took a risk to come out. And so she created this company to create awareness and to raise funds for veterans struggling with PTSD, specifically who use medical marijuana, I believe, and at least herself, she believes in it and advocates for it. So tomorrow we're going to have, hopefully, Natasha is a friend, Natasha Ray of Lyft, and she gave me a bracelet once, and she's going to swing by and explain what they do, hopefully. And if not, I'll be there to just fill you in too.
Yeah, and there's and look at that. What do you know? In quick timing, boom! I just happened to throw that up on the
fast.
website right there. There you
Where
go.
do
See,
you
there's
go?
Natasha. And there's the bracelet.
We should hire you. I think we keep trying.
I think you keep trying. Yeah,
I think that is a little bit of a problem for some veterans is coming forward and even not even admitting it, but even trying it. Like my dad is he was a sergeant major in the British forces, and I know fully that he suffers with PTSD. And but for him to try cannabis, it's like he can't in a way because he's still locked in that military mode, even though he's been out of the military
yeah.
for 20-something years.
Oh, no, it's a mind.
He,
it's a mindset.
he can't because he's like, he was that high up that for him to do something.
It's like a deep betrayal of something.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. So it makes it very tough, but so I think that's really good what you guys are doing with creating awareness and stuff and trying to inform people more about it.
And break down that stigma. I mean, I have a very sad story about a family friend. I had a teacher who was my grade 4 and 5 teacher, and later on in life, when my mom remarried my stepfather, he's friends with her and her husband. So then she became a family friend when I was older after school, right? But a teacher nonetheless. Yeah. Her husband got Parkinson's. And cannabis can help people with Parkinson's, and there's a lot of evidence showing it, but she will not let him. And this is, this is one of those relationships.
You'd rather see him suffer than
it's just because it's illegal, and what would people think about us? I mean, it's the stigma. She doesn't, and it breaks my heart because my parents have another friend who did die from an ailment, who could have found relief, but was scared of being seen as a druggie, and it breaks my heart that it's still out there. Yeah.
And I think that's a good that there's more people now that are
What am I doing?
Aware another dab, right? Letting people know that this can help and that it shouldn't be something to be ashamed of.
No, not at all.
But would you rather sit there and just pop pills?
Yeah, and
right?
what do you got to lose? I mean, at that point,
that's the other terrible thing about it.
What I don't get is the pills. They give these people pills for depression, and some of the side effects is like, you're going to be sick every day. You're going to bleed from places you probably shouldn't bleed from.
Yeah.
How is that going to make anybody feel any better about themselves?
Oh, no, and even antidepressants may make you suicidal. Yeah, how does that even...
It doesn't.
As I've said before on the show, my grandpa, he had a kidney transplant, and it was the anti-rejection drugs that gave him the cancer that actually is what actually killed him by the end, right? So, what do you do? What do you do?
And every day we hear these doctors going on and on about pot being dangerous and don't give it to anyone under 25 because their brains are developing. And then on the same newspaper page, it's about how they are overprescribing all these deadly, addictive, opioid-based drugs.
Right.
And
now we're starting to see some turn in the way of some Veterans Affairs departments starting to cover a little bit of it. This event, you actually saw at the very end of the event, at the end of the video, me sitting down with somebody, which you'll see the video coming out very soon on Cannabis Life Network, and Expert Joints, and why not Pot TV too? We'll put it everywhere because it's an important message to spread. I sat down with a gentleman by the name of Damian Robertson. He is a Canadian military veteran, and he was injured while overseas, assigned, and in active duty, whatever, I guess, however you want to put it. I don't know the correct terminology for what he was and where he was at the time, but anyway. He came back and has had post-traumatic stress injury issues, as well as had to take way too many pills that were extremely, extremely bad for him and didn't work for him in any way, shape, or form. And his turnaround and his journey that's come through cannabis, that's been to facilitate more. There's a whole balanced approach to his whole lifestyle, but just has been quite the journey. And we actually were able to capture a good conversation with him recently, and that'll be coming out very soon. So I'm really looking forward to having him be involved with it because he is one of the veterans who actually has participated in programs with Wounded Warriors, and he speaks about it in the video as well too. Nice. So it kind of brings it all together of actually why we're doing it and who we're doing it for. It's exactly this person in not specifically, but this person is exactly who we're doing it for. Yeah. What's nice to be as well during that is we're going to be doing the show tomorrow at Coquitlam, as well as all the proceeds going. We've got
some raffles.
Yeah, we got a CC raffle, we got a TCC raffle, we got a Buddha raffle. I think somebody said I got some edibles that were supposed to go to the Meth and Red show on Sunday that's been postponed till January 29th.
Nice,
That I'll just come down and people can buy donation, whatever.
Sick.
Come down, give some money.
I was wondering.
Please come have fun. Anytime you want, the whole day's sales, come through. We're going to be down there early afternoon. Jeremiah and Johnny B are going to do Cannabis Culture News from there tomorrow at 4 o'clock. So please come down and be a part of all the proceeds, all
all the funds that we can raise through the day, 100% of the raffles, all sales, everything's going to go to the very worthwhile and worthy cause.
And I followed them on Twitter, and they followed me back. Or I tweeted about them, they followed me, and I followed them back. So it was like, wow, they know I'm a weed person. Like, this isn't a weed group, this is a straight up. Because like you said, a lot of people are actually coming around in military circles about cannabis. Because when you see it work, you can't deny it. And there are human beings in the military, obviously, and when they know, then they have a family thing. It's like they're all brothers. There's this deep, deep bond. I know that exists between military members and personnel, and for them to see somebody actually not suffer anymore makes a major difference. And when I was invited to the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas NORML conference, the organizer is a veteran, and I burst into tears listening to these stories. It was, it's really moving and inspiring. And again, I feel badly. It's like when children use medical marijuana, it's like because they're
just pure, like it's
and when you think of these people have like suffered, and it's kind of powerless, almost like something's been done to them. Makes me sad. I hate war, and I hate what it does to people, and we've got to try and fix those wrongs with cannabis. So that's my personal opinion.
Fair enough.
And people seem to be responding to it. And when you see, one of your brothers is starting to respond and do better, then you want another one and another one, and you want that cycle to continue, and you want everyone to try and improve and bring each other up, because who wants to see anybody suffering? And then, of course, the horrible statistics, and we don't turn this into too depressing, of course, here, but the suicide rate of veterans is
homelessness and addiction.
Homelessness and addiction, all that sort of stuff. The suffering rates, if you will, of veterans is proportionally fucking-nomical.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's atrocious. It's absolutely appalling. There's no way to put it.
They're built to be warriors and battle, and then once the end is the end, they're just
don't know what to do.
Shoved off into
You're hurt.
Useless, quote unquote. Really,
You're hurt.
Their purpose is no longer. They cannot fulfill their purpose anymore.
You're hurt. Go over on there, because now you're a liability to the rest of the team. We can't use you. Take some pills. See a little therapist who just got to process you the next one, and then you're left to try and fucking figure out how to do your life. And you've got no life, and you've got all the stuff, and you're hurt. It's a wicked rough cycle, man. It's such a bad thing. So it's kind of cool that they were able to raise a bunch of money at the previous event. We're gonna try and raise some here, so please, everybody on Facebook, everybody on Twitter, everybody on Instagram, everybody on the YouTube, everybody, share it, the photos, the videos, everything you can, any action, any Snapchats, please repost away.
Or if you can't make it to the event, just donate directly to Wounded Warriors if you'd like, and send a little email or message saying that it was brought to your attention because of this, or whatever you want to add. If you want to make a note that it's because of cannabis or medical marijuana that you want to contribute, we need to remind the community at large. Because right now, legalization is coming or whatever, but the truth is, reefer madness is coming faster and more furiously than ever before. I can't stand how often I'm seeing lies in the media, and it's just really hard. It feels like I can't even deflect them fast enough. We're in a hurricane of bullshit, and I wish I could just stop it all, but I'm trying. We're swatting at it. But now more than ever, we really need to remind people that cannabis can give back, and not just give people back their freedom or their mobility or their health or their peace of mind, but it can give back financially to groups that need it. I want to go beyond this. We need to, winter's coming, and so is the cold, and we need to start getting coat drives going, and there's all sorts of campaigns we can do, because inflation is going up. I don't know about you guys, but everything I'm buying now is more expensive, even just a juice. There's a lot of struggle out there, and we need to try our best to
I've got the website up right here. And you can right from the homepage, you can go in there. It helps make a difference today. Go in and put your amount in, single donation, monthly donation. It tells about different ways you got to give. Some of their programs, this equine program or equestrian program, whatever you want to call it, is apparently quite magnificent and working wonders with a lot of people. A great fun. So if you can't come out there and be to support with us, and you want to do something, and you're not in Canada, you're not in the area, go ahead. woundedwarriors.ca. Put it out there right there. woundedwarriors.ca is the website we're looking at right now. Go there, support that, man, and appreciate it. I know they will.
And in the U.S., they have a similar group as well. And so
woundedwarriors.com,
our Remembrance Day here is Veterans Day there. I believe on the exact same day, November 11th. And so,
So we've got this
November.
happening now. The next big logo to come up. So Thompson Caribou concentrates, Smiling Buddah Cannabis
nice.
culture. We're doing the fundraiser tomorrow.
2819 Shaughnessy.
There you go. All
There you
proceeds
go.
to Wounded Warriors
In
Veterans.
Poco.
And speaking of the aforementioned Damian, and during the video as well, too, Derrek mentioned to him, gave him a shout out. I think if I do this right, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully this will this cute little music that I could probably turn
Your
off.
show is
something.
like the most technologically
There's a bunch of
visually
things going on,
exciting,
yeah.
visually all this stuff is going on. Like look at
Yeah.
you go.
Generally, there's a lot happening.
It's like you have 8 arms
I'm gonna
happening
get,
right now, but
Julia
nobody can
Dab.
see them.
Yeah, well, he's not answering. Oh,
She rolled an 8.
He's not answering. Oh no.
Got some red Congo.
No thanks.
Too busy.
Oh,
hitting the ball.
but I know he's there. We just spoke a minute ago. I know he is there.
Nice.
This is some red Congo for Jodie.
Okay,
She
yeah.
rolled
So
an
while
8.
you're at it, while we wait for Damian, I know you're watching. Answer, Skype me, brother. Hit the video call and Skype me. Jodie rolled. What did she roll?
An 8.
She rolled an 8, and she got the
red Congolese.
red Congolese by.
One sec.
Flawless.
By Flawless Concentrates.
Yeah, flawless.
Very
check
smooth. That was
out.
nice and smooth and easy. Good. So what's this dice thing going on here?
Yeah. So explain for Jodie because she doesn't
have
know
you
what's
labeled them each with a number and then how is it done?
Yeah, we're just counting through them.
That's awesome.
So explain to her what
Okay,
what
so,
rolling rosin is, and for those who are just tuning in, and what we're
Rolling rosin. This is what.
Where-
This is like a little derivative
Now I
of,
get it because when you said that earlier, I was thinking rolling joints, and I just kept thinking rolling joints, and I was like rolling rosin. I guess you could put rosin in a joint. That seems like a waste, but
yeah, a little, but yeah, you could use it as like a little.
actually, that is a question for a doob noob like me. Or wait, no, a dab noob. But can you put rosin in or shatter in a joint and use it effectively, or is that kind of not hot enough for
You
it to
could
be?
use it. I don't know if it's effective, but
Right?
it definitely adds to it. Yeah.
So okay, all right. Because I always wonder if some of it just doesn't. You need a certain temperature for a shatter
Yeah,
rather than
yeah,
like
like,
a hash.
Depending
snake.
on the terpenes, yeah. I'm not sure actually how hot a joint burns. Do we know a
Right.
temp on a joint?
Well, it depends how big it is too, right? Like
Yeah,
if you got a giant chonger, I'm sure, man, you could burn some.
Depends on the cherry, yeah.
It's like a dab torch
Yeah,
inside
your
that
average
thing.
joint is enough to vaporize it for sure. Like you
alright.
are gonna breathe that in.
Yeah.
I just don't know in comparison
Well,
to
I
like
remember back in the day, it was like
No.
you know, bubble hash or like easy hash before extracts
bubble
became more
hash, yeah.
popular. Your butter or
Yeah.
your shatter was really valuable. So the idea of letting it just like melt away or
Melt
in a
on the
joint
end
was
of
like,
the
no.
joint.
Back in doing hot knives back in the day.
Yeah, right?
Heating up the knives on the
I'll
stove.
get some joints
So
and it's just
close
like
that you don't want to miss any
Exactly,
of it.
and then
On a burn
bubbling
lip.
all
Oh
around
yeah,
the
you get
end
buddy,
of it. There's
buddy
so
comes to
much.
school the next day and he's got this burn mark here, and you're like, oh, I know how you got that burn mark. I know exactly how you got that. Burn mark.
If you know,
Yes.
you know.
We're getting the
Before
call.
there was 710, there's hash lips. There's some hot knife lips.
Yeah. Hot knife.
Too
Man, trying. Damian, are you there, brother?
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Wow, magic of technology.
Wait. We're getting there. There he is. Okay, so he's on that
Yes.
one. Now he's on this one. And hey, ladies and gentlemen, click this here, do that there. Do the little song and dance routine. And, oh, that's too big. Do it this way. Oh, that's better. Ladies and gentlemen, the aforementioned
That's awesome.
Damian Robertson. Brother, we saw just the tail end of you in the video. Can you please introduce yourself? Can you hear me and see me okay? Everything's good?
Yeah, I can hear you and see you okay. I didn't get to see the part of the video. I just had a little bit of a lag there trying to get on Skype. So
That's all good, man.
but it's all.
For those not aware, we obviously were talking about Wounded Warriors, but world-class tattoo artist and military veteran Damian Robertson, the gentleman at the end of the video, and the aforementioned reference by Derrek from TCC. Good to see you again, man. Thanks for taking a couple minutes to hang out with us.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for having me.
Everybody, let me see. I'll turn that volume down a little bit, guys. Is it a bit loud? Okay, so we're working on it, guys. It's like they said, it's a lot of buttons to click. Don't make it up. There's a lot going on here. I'm trying to adjust said volumes as well, but Oh, man. Okay.
Next up.
Damian, you are, wow, where do we even start with you? For those who didn't see the video, I think that it only makes a little bit of sense for you to introduce yourself. And, I mean, you're a Canadian military veteran, as we said, who was injured overseas, correct? So tell us a little bit about your story.
Well, I was in the infantry. I served for 5 years for the Royal Canadian Regiment. I did a tour in Kosovo in 99 to 2000. And while I was there, somebody who didn't like people drove a train 80 kilometers over the speed limit and crashed it into a train station. Unfortunately, it killed 34 people and injured over 150, and me being one of the 150. I pulled 14 people out, and unfortunately, it was a very, very bad scene. And then after that, I had to go back to a war zone and do that stuff, and just a repeated amount of just traumas in a very, very short amount of time. So upon returning home to Canada, I was just put on a slew of pills and just no therapy at all, just because there was none. There's no idea. Like, your back is sore, whatever, but I never got a CAT scan or even an MRI until 2 years ago, for my back.
And that was in 99? That was in 2000?
And that was in 2000. So I've had like multiple CT scans in 2000, but nothing really showed up except compressed discs and nothing else. But the new MRIs that I got now, it just shows like very, very, very bad. So I wasn't really properly diagnosed. So going through these traumas, they're like multiple antidepressants upon painkillers. So Percocets, Tramacets, a whole bunch of just the antidepressants that made me very, very, not myself, very zombie-ish. And very, very bad thoughts, very, very dark. So that wasn't very good for me. I didn't really drink that much, which is a good thing, because a few times that I did go drinking with these prescription pills was a very, very bad scene. And those are the nights that got the darkest, and that's when I thought about just ending it all, because what the fuck is the point? Because like you guys were talking earlier, you are kind of just tossed from the train, you're kind of tossed from the school bus when you're done. When you're a used up commodity, it's like, sorry, we don't need you anymore. You're more, like you said, a liability, unfortunately. And if you can't heal and you can't slug through, then in the infantry and the combat arms, unfortunately, there's not too many places for you. So,
and Damian, your injury specifically made it not something that you could continue with particularly easily. It's not like you had a broken finger or something like that. Can you explain a little bit about what you suffered?
Well, I suffer from a back injury, so I have 2 compressed discs and all the cushion around my spine is, my nerve stem is deteriorated, so it's kind of like operation with my back. So occasionally I'm really shaky and it's really hard. I have to walk with a cane. And then other days I feel great and I can walk around, but I mean, like when I was on the prescription pills, it was really bad. With the cannabis, it's very good. I can do a lot more. I still have the problem, but that's the physical problem I suffer from. And then I have a PTSD, PTSI, OSI, which is flashbacks from just the multiple traumas and the multiple things that I was exposed to. And you got to remember, I was only 21 at this age. When this happened, I was very, very young. And when you're young and impressionable like that, these things are like photographic memories. Like, they're like yesterday. Like, you can still smell things. You can still remember things. And sometimes, having a long-term memory like that, you don't want. So that's very troubling when you're trying to work, communicate with people, and just hang out and try to have friends, leave the house even, Those things really, really make, my life limited, and the quality of living goes down. And it's not me. A lot of guys are the same way, where it's just like they're holed up in the house, isolated, and it's very, very shitty. Excuse my language, but it's very, very bad situation. because, you know, the little terrorist in your brain starts talking to you, and you got to shut that guy up. So I found the only time that I could shut him up was with cannabis. But with the prescription pills, that guy was just gawking, squawking, yelling at me and telling me I'm a piece of shit, excuse my language, I'm worthless, I'm not worth a damn, and I gotta make my new way in this life that I have no idea. I'm like, I gotta think about, you know, raising a family, paying my bills, paying the tax man.
Yeah.
You know, like, I still have responsibilities as a Canadian, and that's hard because those responsibilities seem so much more weight than a normal person. You're looking at normal people just get by in life and paying normal bills, and those little things are big feats to us. So I find, you know, even with the cannabis, that helps out a lot, you know, makes my social interactions a little bit more than none at all, you know. So
Well, I'm glad that you found some success with it. You aren't the only one. It seems a number of veterans are starting to find that and start to be more accepting of the fact that cannabis can help not only get off a bunch of the drugs, but help mitigate some of the symptoms. And, if you will, although as you step into the haze, you step out of the fog, if you will.
oh, for sure. I mean, like, with the right therapy, with the right medication, with the right medicine, and the right support, especially for us. I mean, like, because there's not a lot. So when you do find something, you kind of want to latch on to that and put your all into it, and not just like say it's, you know, it's just talk. It's work. It's a lot of work. But I mean, like I said, right therapy, the right medication that's right for you, and being an adult and, you know, being sent overseas with a rifle, I mean, like, I'm free to choose what I want to medicate myself with.
Yeah, right. If you're over there and you're about to get killed, and or the government, what blows me away. This is the absolute just argument that absolutely gets me with a fucking error message in my head that I can't get past. The government thinks that they can trust you enough, or you're wise enough to make a decision to take someone else's life with a weapon that they train you to use and provide to kill someone that you don't personally know, but they would like you to do. And then when you come back here, you don't have the opportunity to choose on how you want to treat the drama and the trauma and the fucking stresses and all the shit that's come along that's been caused by the actions that they put you through. And when they say that cannabis is too harmful and too dangerous, but the fucking gun they gave you to go kill people on the other side of the world with is okay, that to me, my friend, is fucked up.
Yeah.
God damn, man. How do you justify that? Really, government, seriously. How do you justify? Oh, no, you can't smoke weed. But here, go kill this dude. No, no, fuck you.
Value.
No, fuck you.
Comes down to the dollar.
You know, and after this point,
It's
I mean,
true.
like, if you
It's
get the
so
right
true.
exit system, and you can find the right where, you know, they're not just like being thrown off the bus at the end of school, you know, bus isn't slowing down, you're just getting kicked off whether you're hurt or not, you know. It's like tuck and roll, and hopefully you don't break anything on the way out, but, you know, they don't stop. So, you know, having somebody who, like, actually can slow the bus down so you can get off and, like, say hi to your neighbors. Like, I have neighbors, I lived in this house for a year now, I don't talk to them. They cut my lawn every day, but I physically cannot talk to them because they're not me. They're still a civilian in my mind, and it's really hard for me to open up and make friends. But when I do, I keep those friends, and they're very fierce to me. So, but it's still weird with my neighbors. They're very respectful. I'm very respectful to them. But I mean, like, it's really hard for me to open up just to, like, folk like that. They have to be, you know, there's something that has to be in common that I can be like, all right, cool, you know. And that's, you know, that's something I'm working on, so I can, you know, maybe go to a supermarket. Not saying I want to. Never want to go to Costco. I leave that to my wife because she loves me and a lot.
Well,
awesome.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're a pretty good guy, man. And from the time that I've spent with you, I can see why she does. You're actually an amazingly talented artist, and it's crazy the journey that you've gone through.
Thank you.
We'll save a little bit for the rest of the interview that's going to be coming up. We're going to see on Cannabis Life Network soon, Pot TV, Expert Joints. You'll see it all around. It's a crazy story what you've been through, and I'm glad to see that cannabis has made a difference. And also, the Wounded Warriors organization has actually directly made a difference to you. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience with them?
So with the Wounded Warriors, they sponsor a program called Praxis, and Praxis uses it's for like military spouses, me and my wife, and they use equine therapy, so horses, and basically allows me to communicate to my wife and not talk to her like she's one of the troops. And that's one of the biggest problems I feel with some of the veterans I've dealt with in the last couple of weeks. You know, they're like, you know, they're asking me about the cannabis, but I'm like, how are you communicating? Because communication is key. And if I can't communicate to the one person who's going to take care of me when I get really bad or I break down and I can't take care of myself, you know, she's the one wiping my ass. I got to be able to make her happy just by talking to her. And I didn't possess that skill. So using the horses, which is a hypervigilant animal, they can read your heart rate. They can feel your energy. So if it don't like you, it's going to headbutt you. It's going to kick you. It won't give you a time of day. But if you can calm this down, you can learn how to communicate properly. You can make that 1,200-pound animal do whatever you want. So for 3 days, spouses and 6 veterans sit there. They work together with other veterans from different trades. Doesn't matter, RCMP, and you go through a lot of exercises. It's heavy days. You have to really look at yourself in the proverbial mirror at these places. You work with a 28-year veteran warrant officer, and you work with a psychiatrist who actually owns the ranch. And yeah, they've put through over 300 families so far, and they have an 82% success rate for healing families and mitigating all the PTSD symptoms and learning how to control things. So within the last 2 months since I've actually been able to do this, our lives have changed dramatically. Like, I still have bad days. My PTSD is never going to go away, but the way it's mitigated now, the way that my wife understands how I was trained and how I think in the black and white, she understands that. So she's not taking it to heart anymore. She's not going to hold it, which has made us able to communicate a lot more, which is fantastic for me. So my wife loves me a lot more. Things are better at the house. I can communicate with my daughter a little bit better. You know, there's not so much tension and back and forth.
That's awesome, actually.
Glad to see that you're starting to see some changes and it's starting to make a difference. I'm sorry for anybody who's having a little bit, and you are a little bit of internet issues, just a small little bit of cutting here and there, but for the most part, man, we've been hearing the story, and it's good to see that organizations that are trying to help are helping, and it's actually working, right? Like, you want to you want to know that people are trying to achieve a result and trying to make a difference in people's lives, and actually talk to someone who has had their lives changed by an organization through a program like that. It's fantastic, man. We're happy to support it.
This is that's just the first part of this program. It's a 3-part program. So the first 3 days you do, and then you go back in, and a couple months later you do phase 2, where you do another 3 days with another 6 veterans, and you learn about the horses again, and you learn about how it's changed your life in the first part. And then after that 3 days is you do a decompression, you talk about what you've done with the same people, and then after that's done, you wait another couple months and you go in for phase 3, and it's with your spouse, and you do a 3-day trek through the mountains, and you learn all the trades of what you've learned with the horses and what you've learned with yourself communicating, because you got to navigate these mountains for 3 days. So it's a really, really good course. If you can lend yourself and let yourself go and just lend it to the teaching, it's pulls no punches. There's no babying around. They tell it like it is, and it's great. I mean, like the biggest complaint I have about it is I wish I had it when I got it. So
I'm glad to hear it, man. It sounds like an amazing program, and yeah, we talked a little bit more in the interview. For more people, you guys are going to have to watch the conversation between Damian and I. Also, I think it'll be available as a podcast as well too, so people can give it a listen. It will be something that you guys will really, really find interesting. It's an amazing story that what you've been through, and it's good to see that. Well, obviously, with us here from Cannabis Culture and Pod TV, how cannabis has obviously impacted your life, but how this organization has been able to help you as well too. And the biggest thing that's the most important is that your life is starting to improve and you're starting to get a little bit quality of life back. So that makes me happy, man. And I'm glad that we can help at all. And thanks for being involved with the project, man.
Oh yeah, no worries. I mean, like, thanks for having me. So watching earlier, I'm super jealous of what you guys are smoking right now. So.
I'm gonna hit a dab just for you, buddy.
Yeah. Right. Well, we
Get me all
appreciate
lit up here. That's the one thing about being in Calgary. I wish we had a dispensary, you know.
Well, we're working on it.
Man,
we're working on it. Don't worry.
Yeah, right?
We'll help you soon.
Damian, if you shoot me an email at Motacan Compassion, I will gladly send you some samples of what we smoked tonight.
Oh, thank you very much, brother.
Okay.
I really appreciate that.
Absolutely, my man.
It's been good. Right there you go, from the horse's mouth.
Calgary,
right?
that's
Boom, boom.
awesome.
Thank you for doing what you do. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thank you
very much.
for
Appreciate it,
saving all
guys.
I'm sure all those people you pulled out by yourself with a broken back and all that was quite the. We appreciate it as well too, man.
That's the heroic work. That's heroic work, for sure. That's totally heroic, respectable work, and big respect to you.
Oh, thank you.
From the princess right to you, man. You got to get out of here, girlfriend. She got to go. We'll see you tomorrow at Cannabis Culture 2819.
See you tomorrow.
Shaughnessy in Port Coquitlam. Damian, we will see you, right? Damian, we will see you online soon. And, of course, we find you at Damian Robertson on Instagram. You're, let's on a happier note here. Let's end this for a second. You're a badass tattoo artist, right?
Yeah, I try to be every day. I'm working right now, really, trying to get all my work drawn. So yeah.
I've seen some of your work. You check out his Instagram following. He's got 86,000 people. Yeah. His shit is booked months and months in advance. Yeah, you can see some of the artwork.
Yeah,
Jesus.
blown away.
Oh, yeah, he's working right now.
That's
phenomenal.
Awesome. Wow, bro. That is
I'm always working, bro. I got to do a hustle. I'm an artist. I mean, there's no slowing down. I don't get days off. So
man,
one day I got to slow down, and I'd like to get more into the cannabis culture, other than breaking my back every day. But you gotta pay the bills, and I'm really stoked that I get to be an artist, other than I don't have to worry about. Well, I don't have to worry about a lot of things I had to worry about my old job, that's for sure. So it's a good turnaround, that's for sure. So
yeah.
I'm stoked to work every day.
Luckily for you, you don't have to go carry heavy bales of something with a broken back. You can go draw your way out of the rest of your life. So there you go.
That's pretty smart.
Yep. Working out for sure. So
well, man, we'll stay tuned, man. I can't wait to get you in studio and to see the video again, and we'll chop it up again soon, man. I appreciate it. I was hoping Derrek might be here in time. The schedule was supposed to be, but I think traffic may have ran into his plans a little bit, but it's.
I'll send him a text here and say what up, but well. I mean,
you know what? Hang on. Let's see if we can
see.
find the squad right now. Let's see if we can find the squad father for a second, live on air. Cause shit, why not?
I might have to try this one.
And plant builder, be nice. PB, don't be a dick.
It's weird.
Just seeing if we can get a hold of the squad father, 710 on Instagram. Seeing if he's driving. Oh, here we go. Squad.
I guess that one's a little sweeter.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the squad cam right now.
Bop, 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 bop.
Derrek from Thompson Caribou. What it do, foo?
Squad.
What's going on, brother? Hang on. Pass me another microphone.
Yes, buddy. What's up?
Damian?
Yeah.
Damian probably can't see you, but Derrek can see. Oh, we can't.
Oh,
Derrek
no,
can,
yeah.
Oh, now,
Yeah, now you're losing him.
Now we're losing him. Wait,
Oh,
come
no.
back to us, Damian. Oh, just.
No.
Oh, wait, there
Yes, there we go.
Okay.
Squad.
So you guys can't see each other, but you should be able to hear each other.
Yeah.
Squad.
Oh, hey, what up, buddy? I can hear you.
That's awesome. Caribou.
Derrek, you were supposed to be here, brother. What's going on?
I'm currently working with 2 other people. Look at this. I'll show you. I'm in a conference call on my computer while I'm on a conference call with you, trying to get my website going back up.
Yeah, and the hustle never stops, man. We respect it. I just figured you guys might want to say hi for a second. So we will definitely put you guys back in a room together at the same time, and we'll put it all live on Pod TV and tell you what. Thank you for being a part of this, and thank you for introducing us to this guy, man. Derrek?
Oh, sorry, you cut out there for a sec, Craig.
Oh, I was just saying thank you for thank you for introducing us to Damian and connecting him to the organization in this event.
Oh, no problem. I'm glad. I love connecting good people with more good people. It's what life is.
Nice. Well, we aren't having the best connectivity issues, but I do see some TCC distillate sitting on the table there, man.
Nice,
yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Hang on, one thing at a time. We respect your hustle. I'm gonna let you get back to fixing your website. I'm gonna wrap this up with Damian here and let the show continue. Derrek, we'll holler at you soon, man. Give us a squad.
Yeah, you guys come out tomorrow and come support the event.
Yes, absolutely, Damian. Are you gonna be there?
I will.
There you go. That's what's up, man. So Derrek from Thompson Caribou will be at the 2819 Shaughnessy location street with us tomorrow for the fundraiser for Wounded Warriors and folks just like fine veterans, just like Damian Robertson. Gentlemen, any last plugs? Anything we need to know? Oh, by the way, while I've got you here, Derrek, sorry, Damian, I'm gonna let you bro it out here for a second. We'll just have the conference call on TV here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us going on. It's a lot of it. It's cool. Congratulations on all those trophies, man. How's your arm? I'm sure you must be sore from lifting all that shit, cleaning up at the Caribou Cup, bro.
Oh, it was amazing. I can't thank everybody enough. It's without the patients, without the people, that none of it's possible. So we just try to give back to the community as much as possible. So the cups are really, they're really all about the squad. We just got to share them with everybody. That's what it's all about.
Man, that's super cool. I appreciate all that. Well, when you get here, bro, we'll have you back. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll put you on the show. We'll talk more about it. And congrats on Syrup Bar number 2 as well in Toronto.
Yeah, it's going to be open full-time on Monday, I believe. So everybody go down and check it out. They got the hot medicated infused beverages going on there now, too. It's cold. Stop in at 365 King Street and get yourself some medicated infused hot beverages warmed up.
Nice, man. Now that infused hot chocolate, I had one of those, man. Those are no joke. That's one of the most delicious things I've drank for sure in a long time. So good. All right, man. Well, respect the squad. Check out the squad, Father710 on Instagram. We will see you soon, bro.
Word, guys. Much love, everybody. Peace, Damian.
Miss you, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
Cheers, guys.
All right. Well, that squad. So there you go. That was kind of crazy. Too much to do all at one time. I'm not going to hand cramp. Yeah, Damian, we appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you taking the time. Sorry to just wail away with your homeboy there. He was supposed to be here, and this is the moment you guys were supposed to chop it up for a sec, but it is what it is. Maybe next time we'll get to do this one more again, friend. I thank you very much for taking the time to join us, and ladies and gentlemen.
No worries, brother. Thanks for having me.
One more time, man. We'll see you soon at Damian Robertson on Instagram. Check him out, man. He's dope. Thanks a lot, brother. Peace.
No worries. Have a good day.
All right. So, boom. That was that. Yeah, right. It is. Wait. So there's that logo. There's this one. Wait. Hang on. This one. Oh man. So many posters. There it is. Boom. This is the one we got going on tomorrow. Right. So please come on out and check that out. That's what we've been talking about here for the last little while. Rambling on. Let me see. What do we miss? Yeah, thanks to TCC for being involved with this event coming up tomorrow. They were also involved with the event in Victoria at the Green Ceiling. That was really cool. I really enjoyed that, and despite my poor gameplay, I was a little distracted. I did have fun, and actually, another person who was heavily involved with that was Jennifer from Smiling Buddah, and Curtis, of course, as well too. The tag team.
Go Jen.
Jennifer, yeah, right. Jen and Curtis from Smiling Buddah made that event happen in conjunction with Ashley from the Green Ceiling, the whole team of the Great Canadian Cannibal 1625 Quadra, and Thompson Caribou, Potent Industries, Glacier Gold, Noble Extracts. Everybody, a lot of people involved who made that happen, just like who are working with them again for this event, November 1st to 10th, going through free products to veterans. I love it, and one of the people making that happen, or who made the video the person who made the event happen in Victoria, like I said, was Jen from Smiling Buddah, and they're going to be sending us a package to give away at the event in Port Coquitlam tomorrow. Now I wonder if this works any better. I don't know. Let's see how it goes.
Let's see.
Buddah?
Hello?
Maybe. Spinning.
Loading?
Loading.
Loading.
Oh, Buddah!
Yes!
Ladies and gentlemen.
What's up?
From all the way from Victoria-ish area, roughly, Vancouver Island, British Columbia's, the one and only marijuana mom herself, Smiling Buddha's own. Hey, nice shirt.
Yes.
Nice shirt. Jennifer from Buddah. What's up, girl? How are you?
Not bad. How are you?
Good, thank you. Sorry, the volume with the Skype thingy is sorted a little bit crazy. I'm sorry about how the level goes on here. I'm trying. Well, it's the only things I can manage. Jeez, is it better now? Let me know, chat room.
It's good. I managed to mute the volume on my end, so I should be good here.
Okay. Well, first of all, yes, shouts to you, shouts to Curtis, shouts to Smiling Buddah Inc, incredibly nice cannabis, incredibly nice people, incredibly nice folks for doing that together. That was a lot of work. And, of course, shouts to the whole rest of the team, Dan and Ashley and everybody who made the event such a success. You should be very proud of yourselves.
Sorry, say that again. You cut out there.
I said you should be very proud of yourselves.
Yeah, it was a great event. We ended up raising $5,100, so it turned out pretty good. So for a last-minute throw-together event, it turned out pretty well for that amount. So it's all went to Wounded Warriors, so that's one next thing in the bucket.
Man, that is super cool. That's very good of you guys to do that. That was a lot of work and a lot of fun to be there. I was glad I got to come out and kind of help host it, and it was a pleasure to be out there with you guys. It was my first time I had been out to the Cannibal, so it was a nice way to be introduced.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad you have to come out more. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, we'll be out there. Don't you worry. I got a feeling that you'll be seeing a lot more of cannabis culture out in Victoria in the near future, and Pot TV. You never know how these things go. I'm just saying. We seem to be spreading. Victoria seems to be logical. What can I say? Anyway, right. So we had the event. It was cool. We saw the video. It was fun. We know over $5,000 went to the Wounded Warriors organization. That's dope. So now you've got this next project initiative teaming up with, who and for what again? Tell us the whole details.
So originally, this is what started and sparked everything, and then we did the February 4th. We did the event at the Green Ceiling to help raise awareness for what we're doing throughout November. So we, Smiling Buddah, Thompson Caribou, Potent Industries, Noble Extracts, Glacier Gold, Cannabis Culture, and the Wellness Soldier, we're all coming together to provide a sample pack to vets to have a variety of everything pretty much to see and help them with their PTSD issues.
That's quite amazing. It's a hell of an initiative. So how do people partake in this?
So if you're a vet, please email smilingbuddha.inc@gmail.com and contact us so we can get your name on the list. The packages will be arriving sometime in mid-November. We're going to be putting them together next week at Potent Industries throughout the 8th and 9th, and then sending them out after that. So if you are a Canadian vet, please email us, and anybody in the public, just if you can spread the word. Just telling one person, and that spreads the word so much. So you never know who you tell, who will tell somebody else, and who will email us, and we can be able to help them and give them some free products that could possibly help their issues. So
that's I'm quite very happy you're doing this, man. It's really important. It's something that doesn't get enough attention. As unfortunately, we've seen in this video, this little clip that's just running here for a second, Afghanistan, just Canadians. So in the mission to Afghanistan, over the time they were there, 158 soldiers died. Suicides after serving in the war, 54.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. You look at unfortunately, you look at some of these statistics and the graphs, and I don't, again, not to be too morbid, but really more on them trying to raise the awareness of what's going on. You see what people are going through. I mean, look, you've got more people. No one has died in combat in Afghanistan in any way because it ended in 2011, and you've got all just spikes of red everywhere. It was just nothing but.
I know. I was looking through the information last night, and I sent you that picture because that needs to be shown to everybody because that really shows, why we're doing this. It's a serious issue that needs to be talked about. The 1 in 10 Canadian military vets that took part in the Afghanistan war are on collecting disability right now for PTSD issues and trauma and depression. So, there's a huge amount of people out there who, definitely could use their help. And listening to Damian and the prescription pills, we've all had our incidents where the doctors tried giving us prescription pills, and thankfully we've learned that cannabis is an alternative to that, and I'm thankful that I've had cannabis in my life for things, so it's definitely helps. So people who have PTSD issues, it's really important to have that for them.
I do think that it's important, because those are appalling figures. This shouldn't be happening.
No, definitely not.
It's disgusting to see that this is how the country treats the people that it puts in harm's way.
Well, not in a country where we can go out at 19 and buy a 60 and drink that and probably end up in the hospital and potentially die, or go and spend $60 and smoke all that weed, and you're probably going to pass out or green out depending on your tolerance. But you ain't going to die from it. So the government really needs to look at the issues. It's something we could sit here and debate about all day, but you got a show to run. So.
I do, and I want to get back to it. And I do appreciate you supporting our worthwhile cause, and obviously the people who are putting it on.
Yes.
Oh, I was gonna say. So what are we?
Yeah. You ready?
Hang on. Wait. Let me do it. Okay. Boom. Yeah. So tomorrow we're raffling off a bunch of stuff and giving away shit at the 2819 Shaughnessy giveaway. And what are you gonna be doing?
So this is the Buddah raffle we are going to be giving away. I just finished putting the last touches on it. So we got the wood box here.
Nice.
Ooh, with the Buddah.
And we will be having a Death Head Canagar, Indica Blend Rosin, and Death Head Dry Sift.
Nice.
Man.
In the box, along with a flower sample and the rosin sample of it as well, too, that I pressed early this morning. So It's all ready to go.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
This is the giveaway. And I have...
I'm going to have to talk to you.
And by the way, these are really easy to pop, Craig. I don't know why you had such a problem with this one.
I don't know.
But this is the Canagar that we have personally rolled to be smoked tomorrow. I weighed it, and it was 10.18 grams.
Nice.
Woo!
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a fat one.
Oh, it's a stubby with no filter.
Stubby,
no filter.
Oh,
no, unfortunately, we've tried doing the filters on these, and the filter just doesn't stay. And
no, it's too big.
They're too big.
It just doesn't stay properly, and this is the Coquitlam experience. Come on.
Oh man, I can't wait. So please come down to Port Coquitlam 2819 tomorrow. Cannabis Culture, smoke this fucking thing with us. We're lighting it at 420 tomorrow. That's what's up. That's how it's going down. I just wrote that right now.
And we got other giveaways too, and I also got some green crack #1.
Ooh, very tasty. I like that.
It could be coming for you as well too, and a bunch of edibles, and the wellness soldier. I met up with him this morning, and he gave me some cookbooks as well too. So I got a bunch of stuff for door prizes and whatever you guys want to throw out there.
Well, we want to do is we want to. Oh, sorry. Please go ahead. Continue with your plugs. Please, you're on a roll.
I got some J-Vape vape pens as well too that we're gonna be giving away, and some King Louis edibles. So I got some bunch of stuff. That's all gonna be coming your way, and 10 grams of some cannabis too that we'll be passing out throughout the day.
We are gonna go ahead and raffle it all off. We're gonna give it away by donation. We're gonna make sure every dollar that we can get out of it goes to Wounded Warriors. And we thank you very much for kind of kickstarting this initiative. I actually think you announced it live on my show a few months back that this is what's going to happen. So it's coming full circle, isn't it?
It is coming full circle. I can't remember actually who you were interviewing at the time, but it had come up in the conversation you guys were having, and I had just finished recently watching something on Vice News, and I was like, we've been talking about doing something for a while now, trying to give back, because I personally feel as cannabis companies, we should be trying to give back and, show that the world that, we're interested in more things than just proving how great our cannabis is, in greed, and we have more to offer, and we care about giving back just as much as everybody else does. We're not a bunch of, stupid stoners, right? So we can throw a cannabis event and do some shit too. So
yeah. So get your info to Smiling Buddah now and support this worthwhile cause. Man, how do they do it again? How do they contact you?
Please email us, smilingbuddah@gmail.com if you are a Canadian vet and would like to get on the list and receive a package from all these great companies that I mentioned earlier.
Perfect. Yes. Well, we thank everybody who's involved, and we thank you for getting involved with it. We're trying to support everything we can for your November initiative here, as well as obviously our event tomorrow. Two big causes, two big things that go on, and shows the TCC, Potent Industry, Glacial Gold, Noble Extracts, cannabis culture, you guys, Smiling Buddah, everybody for making it happen. Good people doing good things can make good things happen. So,
thanks, Craig.
Thank you very much. We'll see you soon, Buddah.
You enjoy this Mr. Nice Cannagar tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to it. I tell you, I certainly am. I will do it live on Pod TV, Cannabis Culture News with Jeremiah Vandermeer and Jodie Emery and John Burfello and everybody. And Cannagars from Buddah. All right, peace,
Sounds
girl.
good. Thank you.
All right, so that, my friends, is that. We've been smoking a bunch of weed here. I actually, while we were doing
Dabs all day.
Boom, I jumped into this was the Grease Monkey. Tell us about this, dude, because this is crazy looking. Holy fuck balls.
That's
what that
like I
one is
said,
right now?
Rarest gifted me that today and said that it was something special. He's got quite the video on Instagram for that you should probably go check out. It's probably one of the funniest things I've seen in quite some time. Canadian Cannabis. Go check it out on Instagram. Look for the Grease Monkey video.
Good.
It's probably a couple posts back. It's damn funny.
Oh, man, look at that. That's stupid.
Like I said, everything he does is just ridiculously good.
So, yeah, it's been really good. Been smoking this. It's been fire. I ain't mad at that at all. But it's time to get on to the next one, on to the sixth one of the show, the one I've been wanting to talk about. Let's light it up. Let's call it. It is the Hawaiian Snow. Hang on one sec. I got a bunch of buttons I got to click here for a sec. Click and click. You just got to wait, man. You just have to smoke more of yourself. Boom. There. So, right. Next. Okay. Wow. Ooh, it's a big one. Or wait, it's a couple of it's a couple of ones. Okay, I get it. I ain't mad at that. Yeah, I'm gonna pass this whole thing down now that I'm done with them here. Although I should have done it along the way. But anyway, under the bud cam. Oh, wowzers. Where's it?
Dabberman's super clean on the rig is done. We got to hit this baby up.
So hang on. So I'll come back.
You should have seen this thing before I started on it. Oh, man.
I wonder why I didn't get a dab off that last one. I was like, looked down at it after, and I was like, ooh. There's a couple left on there.
Yeah, it's entirely possible. It gets a lot of, some episodes get a fair bit of use. So this is the Hawaiian Snow, and they say, hang on. save that for a second so we can show that on the camera. If you have it, especially if you get to before and after photo. Anyway, they say a 2003 Cannabis Cup winner, Hawaiian Snow, is a trifecta of haze genetics, combining Neville Haze, Pure Haze, Hawaiian Haze into one super superior sativa line. It has all the features of one. They actually writes that in there, but I think they spelled the wrong. But anyway, it has all the features one might expect from its genetics lineage: a tall, stretchy structure, slow flowering time, intense spicy aroma, and hints of citrus, eucalyptus, and generous amounts of THC. Where Hawaiian Snow really stands out is in its high, a very stimulating head buzz that's perfect for social interaction and creative endeavors. Hey, we should have smoked this first. Hawaiian Snow has been known to leave us users with an overwhelming case of the giggles. Tee-hee-hee, we'll see.
Very
regardless.
true. I got it. It was actually, we had a little gathering, and there was a couple people that didn't smoke too much, but they wanted to smoke some of this because they were consumed by the smell. So they were like, okay, well, that's
nice.
We'll have a couple hoots. And it was like high school kids on mushrooms.
Yes.
They just
awesome.
giggled and giggled and giggled. It was hilarious. It was quite funny.
Well, we're going to roll it up here. We'll see how that goes.
They had a good time. They definitely had a good time.
If you're curious about it, you can check it out from Motacan Compassion Society.com, at Motacan_compassion on Instagram if you're over the age of 19 and permission from your medical provider. Just like we do and we are. That's how that works. Okay. It's pretty much most of it, so what do I do next? I go on to the news. Okay, into the news. What do we got going on here just today? Oh, I guess I should add a guest cam because I got the guests sitting here, so we'll go ahead and throw them cats. Nope, that's the wrong one again. I did that before, and it was, see, because it's in the opposite order. Because, see, they got it on this one, on this cam, and then this control, and there they are. Hey, boys. Hello, gentlemen. Still back in the cameras. What's going on? Hey, guys. How's it going?
Next up.
What are you smoking on there, Dabber Man?
Some orange cookies.
Again. It was that good? You had to do it twice. You got 20, 30 fucking strains in here?
It's
you went
two
back
different
to it?
strains of orange cookies, so we're like, okay, let's do it out.
The cross comparison.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I can't help it.
Off has been dissected
it's like
orange cookie
There's
versus
only
orange cookie.
there should only be one orange. There should only be one orange cookies, though. I believe.
Yeah. There should be only one. Yeah.
Let's see how it compares. Interesting.
There can be only
we will
one.
find the fuck out. I tell you what. God damn.
Comparison
connoisseur
at it.
Let's find out what was in the news then there. Let me see. I got that around here. Just some more buttons to go clickety, clickety, clack, clacks.
See a bit of it?
Make this bigger. Watch Dabberman take a dab. Dab it on. Pod TV. Dab TV. With Motacan and Dabberman. Dave and Dion. Dabbing away. Yeah. Dion likey.
Yeah.
Dion likey breadsticks. Yeah. Okay, in the news. In Australia, I believe. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, in Australia, a man was accused of growing cannabis in his vegetable patch, who told police that God had given him a license to do so. Police searched Matthew and Elizabeth Pallet Carum Downs, their home, Pallet Carum Downs. That's a lot of last names. Last May, and found about 15.5 kilograms of cannabis in various forms. Let me see what else, including paraphernalia. They've each been charged with 1 count of cultivating. They both freely admitted to growing cannabis plants. They said they did it for medicinal purposes, but each acknowledged that they did not have a license to do this. He quoted Mr. Pallet saying in his police interview, "God gave me a license. He's the only one who can issue a license."
Yeah.
So I don't know if you're getting him to testify, but that will be interesting. And on other news from Australia, I don't know if it's related, but it could be. Medicinal cannabis crops are now legal in Australia. Yeah. So the health minister, Susan Lay, says changes to law give patients and doctors access to safe, reliable, and legal source of cannabis for medicinal use. So I don't know if those stories are connected and all, but there has been some. There it is, a divine intervention. Budding cannabis producers can now apply for a license to legally grow the crop in Australia for medicinal use only. The Narcotics Drug Act Amendment of 2016, which came into effect on Sunday, allowed businesses to apply for a license to cultivate cannabis or manufacture cannabis products for medicinal purposes or to conduct research related to thereof. So,
Sick.
Go ahead, Australia.
What about personal research?
Well, I guess if you... she stressed the changes do not decriminalize recreational cannabis use. Licensed applicants must pass a security test, meet strict requirements, and individual states and territories will decide on who can use medicinal cannabis. So, legislation 3.0 down under.
That's interesting.
What's up?
How strict can it be there? Have you watched some of the shows they have on YouTube, like the Australian cop shows?
Weird
it's pretty
stuff like that,
lean in there.
Except for border security, man.
I'm wondering though, like only
nothing in
medical,
there.
so only like THC induced weed, like not hemp without.
I don't know. Hard to say.
Yeah,
I wasn't there.
So.
We'll find out more. Arthritis sufferers, in international news, arthritis sufferers will be given cannabis plant extracts to test pain relief, though, in Belfast, Ireland. So a major study in the new pain-relieving benefits of cannabis-based medication is to be carried out in Belfast. A project from Ulster University and pharmaceutical startup Greenlight Medicines will examine the effects of people suffering with various forms of arthritis. A leading specialist on rheumatoid arthritis will lead the university research, says the study has potential to transform lives. We will test how effective cannabis plant extracts are at reducing inflammation that often causes joint damage and disability in arthritis.
We already know that they do.
Well, yes, but then we can finally get some clinical evidence,
Exactly.
and then we can say, "I told you so."
Didn't they just dump a bunch of money into the Canadian Rheumatoid Arthritis Fund, I believe?
Yeah, but this is now the Irish one.
I know, so at least everybody's kind of jumping on board, right?
It does seem that way. Well, they got $250,000 to do some shit with, to say that in already proven news. Anyway. Okay, so 2/3 of the NFL players say cannabis use would cut painkiller use. Kind of connected to our story with the veterans, who, for the most part, about 2/3 of quit pharmaceuticals when they discover cannabis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In an ESPN survey, so you know it's official, released Wednesday, 2/3 of the current NFL players said they believe the intake of chemical painkillers would be reduced if the league approved the use of medicinal cannabis. It's one of 8 drugs banned under NFL's policy of program substance abuse, despite being legal in 25 states and Washington, D.C. Washington, Dick. 61% of the users said that if cannabis were a legal option, fewer players would take powerful pain-killing injections of drugs like Toradol, and they go on to other. I would take 42% would said this, and 40% with this. But point is, yeah, you got these guys who are massive dudes banging the shit out of each other for money and entertainment.
Yeah.
Who then, when they get to about 35, become fucking useless. And have been given no other real skills.
Yeah,
and
no
unless
other
you
real
happen
skills,
to be able to get an endorsement deal,
yes, exactly,
or have someone who's good at
one of
managing
those
your
guys.
money and shit like that, what are you going to do other than get sore and old and die young? That's fucked up too, man. Let them dudes use it, man. Come on now. Come on.
Yeah.
Alaska gets to finally use it. After 2 years after voter approval, pot shops make their bow on the last frontier. Whatever. You can finally get weed now, apparently, in Alaska. After all this, we voted for it like a gazillion years ago. Whatever happened to that? Well, it finally happened to this. The first wave of retail cannabis shops open for business. This week marks the grand opening of a whole new industry within Alaska's unique economy, that of commercial cannabis sector. While medicinal marijuana was technically legalized by voters in the United States, northernmost territory in 1998, the state has never permitted the creation or operation of medicinal cannabis dispensaries. Instead, only allowing doctor-recommended patients and registered caregivers to grow and possess limited quantities for direct use. That'll change in 2014. Voters passed a ballot which legalized the use, possession, and sale of recreational cannabis to those over the age of 21, but which also set in motion the political process of regulating consumer-facing cannabis trade from scratch. Sounds like what we're going down here in Canada, hey? Anyway, you can get weed in Alaska finally, apparently now. A couple shops started to open up. Good luck with that. See how that goes. We'll be watching. Maybe all these people who are talking about we're moving to Canada if Donald Trump gets in.
Yeah.
Where are we going to have to run? We have to
and
run
I'm
to
like,
Alaska.
yeah, and I'm like,
I
that's,
got no other choice.
that's too close. I have to move somewhere else now.
Alaska, so I need to know. Good luck with that, Alaska.
Yeah.
We go,
yeah.
You might be seeing me sooner than you think, yo.
Yeah.
And in some weird counterproductive ways of left-handed, because you know what happens when you're a child and your mama said, don't do that. What do? You go do that.
Go do it.
It's exactly what you do. So California cities are banning, or some California cities are banning cannabis sales ahead of the state vote. Worried that California might legalize recreational marijuana, the state's third largest city by population has voted to ban cannabis sales ahead of Tuesday's election. San Jose isn't alone in scrambling to block the possible effects of Proposition 64, which would legalize cannabis but also allow local bans on sales. So dozens of cities and counties from the tiny Blue Lake area in the heart of Northern California's marijuana growing regions have either imposed or contemplating tough restrictions on recreational marijuana and cultivation in advance of the vote to try and sway voters and to try and show them and to get on top of them and say, hey, it's not going to happen. So then when they go and they vote it in, they're like, we figure we got them. But you know what you're not going to have? Is you're not going to get them. People are going to buy fucking weed, man, in California.
Yeah,
so
they're gonna get it.
profit off it or get out of the fucking way.
Really?
They don't know what you're doing.
And just because cannabis is in your bloodstream, it doesn't mean you're stoned. Now, okay, admittedly, we smoke a lot of weed on here, but I function pretty fucking well.
Yeah, we're still
Absolutely,
fine.
for
I
sure.
still want more dabs.
No.
Like,
Yeah, right? Yeah, good.
I think it affects people more when they do it less.
Yep. So, and obviously, like anything else, drugs can stay in your system to a certain amount of degree.
yeah.
You can
And
stay
weed
under the
stays in
effects
so
of
long,
certain
yeah.
things. Yeah, so before raising the alarm on cannabis-impaired motor vehicle accidents, the stats presented in this article require additional clarification and contextualization, blah, blah, blah. They go on through this whole article about how cannabis, although it does stay in your bloodstream longer than alcohol of it, the effects of it, the timing of it vary from individual to individual. And it's a big, long fucking article. I don't want to read the whole thing.
555.
Oh, 555, 15. 15. We're taking a 15.
It's a good example, though. It stays in your system for a long time because it's good.
And your body has a thing called an
good.
endocannabinoid system, so it kind of wants it and needs it.
Your body
It's
wants
supposed-
it, so it keeps it.
Kind of because it's supposed to be there. So, but you don't necessarily are always under the effects of immediately. I mean, that wears off for some people quite differently.
Sadly,
some
quickly.
people can be high for fucking ever. The next day can barely function.
Off
And
of so
some
little.
people can smoke about 8 fucking joints on a show and do a dozen dabs and still be like, okay, go home and smoke a joint now that show's over and finally relax.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
it's so interesting to see.
yeah, and
Really,
I trust you.
for sure.
I trust you. When I wake up tomorrow morning, I'm not really going to be stoned, but there will be cannabises in my bloodstreams.
Yeah, tons.
It's not going to go away. And you can't make me get rid of it.
Yeah.
Fuck you for trying. Okay, and in ridiculous news, so I don't know if you guys heard, there was a story in, I think it was Iowa, I believe, as it loads. A. Oh, what are you about to... A.
C4.
Oh, C4. Oh,
Boom.
okay, out of the cannabis growers.
From the 420 cup. From the 420 cup.
Yeah, the 420 cup. C4.
Shouts to CLN for the coverage on that. That was a lot of fun. Let me kind of.
That was a great event.
There. That was. You guys won.
Yeah, sorry. It was still a great event. But even if we would have lost, it was a great event.
Like they won it like just ridiculously. Like it wasn't even close. Like it was like 15 strokes they beat everybody or something. Fuck, it was retarded.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they were playing best ball and shit. Like they were 14 under or something like that. It was
I think it was something like that. Yeah, and we left a couple shots out there too. We could have been a little bit lower, but the greens were tough. Those greens were tough.
Well, that's
if you
because
know golf, Squamish greens, They're pretty tough greens.
Also, plus I had spilled weed all over them. Is what happened was. Like, why are they so tough today? Oh, Craig was here smoking fucking joints. There's roaches everywhere and shit like that, and weed scraps and shit like that, and a bunch of smoking rolling papers. Check those out. Okay, so in the small town of Manlius, M-A-N-L-I-U-S, Manlius. In this town in Illinois, there was some trick-or-treating event the night before Halloween, and the night before Halloween, you're going trick-or-treating.
And all through the house.
Interesting.
Okay.
I don't know.
Is it because that's conventional?
Well, I guess we were doing that here.
Well, it was a school night. And as parents looked through their children's candy, some became concerned at the sight of a candy they had never seen before. The packages read, Crunch Choco Bar, with what appeared to be to these parents, appeared to be marijuana leaves on the wrappers. This prompted multiple parents to bring the candy to local authorities, who conducted a field test, which they claimed came up positive for THC. Shortly after, they issued a notice of the picture with the candy, urging parents to bring other candies like this help them find the source of the odd sweets. Oh, hang on, it gets better. After a few local media channels reported on the issue, a couple of bloggers caught wind of it and decided to inspect the candy themselves. A little Google researching, and it was discovered that these candies are Japanese, and according to Reason.com, they are sold as a brand called something I can't pronounce, which features maple leaves as part of their logo. So those little leaves all over the candy wrappers were not marijuana leaves at all. They were simply maple leaves, and it's not the first time the two have been confused, but that small bit of information could have avoided a lot of confusion.
Wow. Yes. Wow.
Japanese maple leaves.
Reefer madness! No, it's actually maple goodness! And you guys are fucking stupid. So there you go. You're the potheads.
Yeah, once again, not condoning child use unless absolutely needed, but not the worst thing a child could take.
Well, I mean, what are they going to do? They can puke and throw up?
Well,
Go to sleep. That's the worst thing that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
They're going to laugh about it a couple years later.
Right?
Right.
Anyway. That's the news. We're doing that. Updates. What else we got here? Off with this clicker, this with this clicker. This week, we had two articles from James Priest and Ashley Priest, the folks from Cannabis, our expert contributors. Fuck Pharma and Life, the Greatest Benefit of All. Shouts to James and Ashley for the well-put-together articles. More pieces coming soon. And for more, Cannalance.com and at Cannalance across social media. Method Man and Red Man. The event that we were supposed to talk about last week.
Face.
That was supposed to be on Sunday.
Yeah. Missed
That one of the things Dion came out here for.
Sad face. I literally flew out just for it.
January 29th is the new date for it.
Nice.
Yay!
Nice.
Birthday present. Will come with us.
There you go.
What happened was, apparently, as the story goes,
Yep.
a Method Man had to do some filming.
Yep.
And some Luke Cage shit, as the story goes.
Yeah.
Could be
obligated, I believe.
And then the only time that could be re-coordinated was January 29th. So stay tuned for more about that. That will be coming up pretty soon. Mm-hmm. That's looking pretty good. So we'll be happy to talk about that more again. And you may have noticed, for some of astute viewers, there's been a little red under my shirt today. Well, yes, there has been a little red under my shirt today. And there has been a reason for it. So, you guys just refresh it, see if it works. For those who haven't heard or seen or known anything about it yet, this is the first, although there was a social media post or two, but this is the first worldwide debut, if you will, of the new Higher clothing and apparel organization that myself and Neff have started. So we've collaborated on all kind of graphics, all kind of imagery, all sorts of stuff for the show and other organizations. He's a very talented dude, and we've got a great opportunity to go ahead and start making some clothing and some weed-related accessories and a whole lot more. So we're really excited to do it. This is the stamp. This is the logo. We're the ones who are doing it. So shouts to Neff, and stay tuned for more about it. It was really, really exciting. Quite happy about that. Also, there's some other pretty big news that launched about 27 minutes ago, because I thought the show would be over by now. But that's okay. Let me go ahead and kind of make this public. Jade Maple, producers of Cannabis Life Network, is proud to announce that it will be entering into a production deal with Expert Joints. Expert Joints is a popular cannabis entertainment brand currently produced by its founder, Craig X.
That's awesome.
That's me.
Yep.
The production deal will see Jade Maple producing new content for publication on Expert Joints' YouTube channel, website, and social media, as well as the weekly Expert Joints live webcast. Jade Maple will further extend the reach of Expert Joints by cross-promoting Expert Joints content to its in-house publication, Cannabis Life Network. Craig is a great on-camera host, says Chris Horlacher. I'm going to Chris butchered the last name, Latcher. President of Jade Maple. I just know him as Chris. So I didn't rehearse that ahead of time. I should have talked to him about that. He's knowledgeable, not that knowledgeable, engaging, and with our studio resources will set the standard of cannabis media. Thank you, Chris. Jade Maple recently acquired production space in Victoria in addition to its flagship Vancouver studio. This new studio is strategically located to provide coverage of the robust Victoria cannabis industry, interview key business figures, subject matter experts, and British Columbia policymakers, partnering with Jade Maple and Cannabis Life Network to produce more high-quality content for Expert Joints is tremendously exciting, says me, as the collaboration is a significant step in the company's... sorry, I fucked that up. Where did I put this here? Partnering with Jade Maple and Cannabis Life Network to produce more high-quality content for Expert Joints is tremendously exciting, says me. As the Expert Joints brand grows, the importance of a well-put-together team is imperative. This collaboration is a significant step in the company's evolution. I will also be joining Cannabis Life Network as a producer and host, providing news and event coverage, as well as interviews and with key people in the cannabis industry. So that is the rest, and it talks about them, and it talks about me. Jade Maple, for those who don't know, is a creative and consulting agency specializing in the cannabis industry. It provides design, packaging, multimedia production, marketing, and professional advice to both startups and established companies. And now they got me. So I am working with multiple networks now. Expert Joints is a multi-platform media output for the cannabis enthusiast, and I'm happy to work with multiple organizations in the cannabis marketplace and open up the platform to experts from all across the industry. I don't have the capabilities and the bandwidth to do all the things that I want to do, and I need a little bit of help to do what I want to do. I need some more content. I need some more. Need some more bodies. I need some more help. I need some more production capabilities. And keep moving the organization in the right direction. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to try and do. And this is the start of it. It's been a pretty crazy last 12 months, and this is fairly exciting news. It's just part of the evolution. I'm still going to be here on Pot TV. I'm still going to be here doing the show on Thursdays. None of that's going to change. I'm still going to be hosting live events with Pot TV. I'm also just going to be hosting a few things for Cannabis Life Network as well, too. And they're going to help me make some videos. It's cool. So that's how that's going to go down. Looking forward to it. Can't wait to get it started. Got a lot of good things to come. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it works according to plan. I'm kind of excited. The last 12 months have been a bit of a whirlwind.
Go you, buddy.
But yeah, thank you, man. I mean, thank you. It's gonna ramp things up a little bit further. Yeah. Not that I haven't been busy enough. Yeah. Well, stay tuned.
Just throw something else on the plate.
It's good.
Yeah, right. Why not? Shit.
Pile it up.
Well, if we can move a couple of things from one side of the plate to a different side of the plate and put some other things on the plate, and we'll see how it goes. Anyway, that's a show. Nice. So thanks everybody for tuning in. We thank you for continuing to do it this week and last week and all the weeks before and all the support on social media and on the website and going ahead and no, Tishmak. It's only 1080. We need wider. I can't contain these. What, you seen the size of me? Come on, man. I'm a lean, mean rolling machine. Keep tuning in. And wait to see what I got in store for you next. Oh, I got plenty of things coming. Want to thank everybody who came through here.
Yeah.
Appreciate Dave coming from Motacan Compassion Society.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Check out MotacanCompassionSociety.com. Motacan
Yeah, for sure.
_compassion.
Yeah. Weed Maps. We're on Weed Maps. Motacan Compassion Society.
Show us Weed Maps. Show us Trevor. Jodie Emery, Squad Father, Smiling Buddah Inc., Damian Robertson, all on Instagram as they are, and didn't have it. I couldn't get it that far ahead. Dabber.man on Instagram, as well as D420K. Show us at D420K and WoundedWarriors.ca.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man. Thank you for being here, rolling away. ExpertJoints.com across everywhere. Sublimator, Medtainer, Bovida, Karma Cup, Crop King Seeds. Thank you to all of you for being Pot TV studio sponsors, and thanks to Glacier Gold for the well-used dab rig. Also, speaking of this said dab rig, so it was crusty.
I've got a bit. It was crusty.
Oh, you got a picture of it? It's cleaner. It's used again. It's starting to get used again now. But D had a fucking...
Oh, man. I was like, Dabberman, I can't let you.
Can't let me. That's the. Hang on, let me see if I can get this. Oh yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah. It'll like restart itself zoomed in.
Oh wow, that's nutty. That's too bad. That's too bad. Well, thank you for helping me out, man. I appreciate that. And thank you guys for being here. Also, make sure Pot TV Monday, 420 Lifestyle with Carly Marley, 4 o'clock. Wednesdays. From Under the Seed Desk with Greg Williams, Kush Queen in between, Al the Alchemist, who was just here at 4. Me, I'm back next week at 4:20, of course, with guests and marijuana. And Friday, tomorrow, and every Friday, Cannabis Culture News with Jeremiah Vandermeer and Johnny Bear Fellow. And this week, we will be out at 2819 Shaughnessy for the fundraiser. Please come join us. Bring your wallet. Bring some fun. Bring some good times. Bring some merriment and cheer. Also kind of, we want to raise some money. Enter some raffles. Have a good time, man. It's all the proceeds going to a great cause. Also, CannabisCulture.com, CannabisCultureHQ.com, CannabisCultureSpecialty.com, at CannabisCulture, Pot.tv, and the Instagram page, Pot TV Network. Holy crap, that's a lot of plugs to do. You guys, I'm going to throw it back to you one more time. Dave.
Thanks to everybody for the support. Thanks for having us out. Appreciate it. Nice meeting everybody that I got to meet today.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's always nice meeting new people.
I love dabbing people, so this is awesome.
So what was the last one there?
This is the last one. He rolled a 12, and this is the Pink OG Live Resin from Newcomb. And
tasty,
wow,
terpy.
The terps. You can smell it
Ridiculous.
like crazy. It's nuts.
Nook. You're probably in the chat room, buddy. I saw Ming in there.
Yeah.
I love it.
Tasty, tasty.
Who's that for? Is that for me? Yeah,
Do
that
it,
should
buddy.
be for me.
Of course
Here,
it
I'm
is.
gonna trade you this.
Yeah.
Is it ready to go? That's a big dab. I'm gonna do all this.
Yeah. Get it.
Well, I guess. Woo. That was good. You're right. Nook. That was dope. Shouts by extra contributor. That's it. Peace, Pot TV. Hit the music. I'm gone. Peace. Yes, sir. We out of here. Okay, click, boom. We done.
For those big dabs.
See you next week.